Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, axe-wielding wood chippers, farmers with a pro-pulp mill agenda, aspirational nationalists, mortgage and parking fine defaulters, for and against Kyoto buffs, Apex and Lion Clubs committees, uranium power brokers and subcontinental yellow cake carpetbaggers, Jeff Cousins how-to-vote volunteers, Kevin Andrew freaks, parrot fanciers and pigeon racers, searchers for HMAS Sydney 457 visa holders and Sodom freaks. Welcome to the Festival of the Boot in 2007. Welcome to that one weekend of the year. Welcome as this sporting life says goodbye yesterday. Hello tomorrow. Welcome to a special weekend when the planets align and two great winter codes, AFL and Rugby League, join together to blot out reality for 48 hours. Australian footy lovers, 2007 has given us all pause for thought. 2007 has allowed us to see where we have been and where we are going. 2007 brings down the curtain on many glittering careers. Yes, footy fans, this super weekend allows us to look forward and backwards simultaneously as we say goodbye yesterday, hello tomorrow. And this special once-in-a-blue-moon boot weekend kicks off a year-long celebration of 150 years of AFL football fun and a century of red-hot end-to-end rugby league action. As we look across all those yesterdays, it's 150 years since the potato famine in Ireland forced the great footballing families of Sheedy, Dyer and O'Loughlin to relocate to Australia. It's 100 years since the invention of the wonder drug penicillin, which immediately began saving footballers' lives. It's 60 years since the Allies dropped the first atomic bomb. Kaboom! It's 50 years since a super quick Jack Brabham became Australia's first F1 champ. It's half a century since the gentle giant of speed, Gelignite Jack Murray, lit up his first stick of dynamite. It's 5 decades since the Red X trial was the world's great automotive adventure. It's 40 years since the Battle of Longtan erupted and grabbed world headlines. It's 40 years to the day since Sadie the cleaning lady topped the charts. It's 4 decades since the Beatles sang It Was 20 years ago today. It is 40 years ago since the De Croo brothers, the Everly brothers, the Smothers brothers and the Gibb brothers were the four corners of the world of entertainment. 40 years since Herman and his Hermits sang that heartfelt chart topper of sadness and loss. No milk today. It's 30 years since Peter Brock, a man with 4 on the floor and Fat's all-round lifestyle, bagged backers for the first time. 20 years since the former electrifying parliamentary presence and mad demon supporter Bill Snedden died on the job in that love-filled motel room. It is 2 decades since we thrilled to the soulful sound stylings of the Moyer sisters, the rock madness of the Nolan sisters, and those R&B queens of beat, the Pointer sisters. 20 years since the voice of the nation, the Dame Joan Sutherland of sport, Angry Anderson, sang that Commonwealth Games classic, Brown for Glory. It's 2 decades exactly since Cashy, that is, Pat Cash, the fastest man in the world over 5 metres, climbed the stands at the river end to celebrate with his spelt Swedish squeeze after bagging the All England at SW19. It is a fully fat decade since the nude sock ambassador Pat Rafter waltzed away with the cheese in the toilet of Flushing Meadow at the US Open. It has been 10 years since Bradman-obsessed red and white tragic John Howard moved the lodge to Kirribilli House in a triumph of common sense. It is a mere 2 months since the world's greatest wicket taker and amateur smoker Shane Warne dabbled with the German option and thought about getting more acquainted with the sporting uniforms of the Third Reich. All this happened as Australia went about its business, paying off mortgages, mowing the lawn, washing the car and getting fat. Now, let's consider the achievements in the parallel universe of rugby league. Tonight, climaxes a great tradition. Started 100 years ago when officials rang the bell for the very first time and the South Sydney Rabbits packed down against the Glebe Fruiterers. It's 50 years since Controversy Corner thrilled everyone on Sunday morning, starring Ron Casey, the Moose, Rex Mossop and Mr. Quiet Ferris Ashton. It's 30 years since the hardest man ever to play rugby league, Kevin Hardwick, downed his first schooner. It's been 2 decades since the Wynn brothers and the Tonks dominated rugby league. It's 20 years since Ray Rabbits Warren signed off with the immortal words, "So it is farewell from Pricey, the Crow and the Rabbits." It's 15 years since audiences started dying from laughter at the hilarious antics of Fatty, Sterlo, Matty, the Chief and Gus on the Channel 9 footy show. It's 10 weeks since Freddie Fiddler became the new face of relaxation at the Eastern Suburbs Roosters Fowl House. It is 4 weeks since Panther Craig Gower, arguably the greatest Panther of all, said au revoir league and shot through to play rugby union in France. It is 2 weeks since the Manly Sea Eagles became the attractive face of bowel cancer across Australia. And now, in the boot part 2, we cross to the boundary line at the Grand Old Girl and hook up with those 2 rugby league heroes camped behind the card tables as they scream, "Goodbye yesterday, hello tomorrow." It's the elect vessel rampaging Roy Slaven and his front row buddy for 2 decades, Old Man River, H.G. Nelson. Are you there, H.G.?
Yes, thanks very much indeed, King Willie Otto in the soundproof booth, and no one loves their league like Otto. Fact. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Sydney socialites thinking of hats and handbags, high-heeled shoe buffs with a pro-fur agenda, V-dub combi vans, fans parked at Atari Van Festival, ABC podcasters, AFL freaks, Governor-Generals, building subcontractors, keeping the dream alive, homeowners doing it tough, and wizened old magicians looking for a hat and a magic rabbit. Welcome to the Boot Part 2 in 2007. Welcome to the Rugby League Grand Final. Welcome to the Grand Old Girl Telstra Stadium. Welcome to the Manly Sea Eagles v the Melbourne Storm. Welcome as we bellow once again goodbye yesterday, hello tomorrow. Welcome Australia to WrestleMania. League lovers, the Festival of the Boot in 2007 celebrates the highest principles of the planet. Those principles are peace through violence and grapple tackles, harmony through physical brutality and sleeper holds, and getting everyone to shut up and be just like us, or otherwise they'll cop a good kicking in a few minutes' time. 2 sides will emerge from the gloom and run on down the tunnel of Tiff onto the Girl for 80 minutes of fistic fun and fury. When the national anthem has been gargled and referee Tony Archer pours the power onto the P, these 2 wonderful teams will spread love around the world through a simple message of violence, as this great game, Rugby League, gives the planet what it longs for, peace and war at the same time in an equal measure. If you have been in a cupboard for the past 6 weeks, or recently returned from the far side of the planet Coosbane, let me fill you in. The Boot Part 2 features the Manly Sea Eagles in the maroon and white, captained by the Big O, Matt Orford, and coached by an old bald-headed seabird by the name of Des Hasler. Their opponents tonight will arrive in the cauldron, so to speak, sporting yellow, white and purple. The Melbourne Storm are captained by a man who was born to hook, Cameron Snookerfly Smith, and coached by Stone Cold Craig Bellamy, my very good friends. For the perfect coverage of the hostilities, tickle your TV to the AFL channel down your end of the swamp. It may well be the Rabbits, and they're coming to get your baby. That channel. Turn down the sound and turn up Triple J. Well, remember, Australians, we're working in a digital divide. Sadly, there is bugger all we can do about it. The divide means that the Triple J call is slightly ahead of some pictures after the kick-off. Many of you may know in advance what is about to happen. How cool is that? However, some of you may find more satisfaction listening online as they've kicked the bugs out of the web and got Triple J up to speed. And now, to complete the preliminaries with the Boot Part 2 only minutes away, can you give a very warm grand final welcome to my colleague in league, rampaging Roy Slaven. Roy, welcome to SmackDown 2007. The atmosphere here tonight, how excited are you?
I can sum it up in 2 words, H.G. Nelson. Rugby League. That's what tonight's about. There's so much crap. There's so much rubbish going on. We're going to have the bloody rogue traders.
Yes.
We're going to have all sorts of...
Shannon Knowles,
your rogue traders, your Natalie Bassett-Quates. It's all about Rugby League.
Yes.
I'd rather we didn't have any of this rubbish. I don't want entertainment.
No,
I want Rugby League.
Now,
having said that, what a great atmosphere. I mean, I'm saying it's better than the Olympic Games.
Is that right?
It's better than the Olympic Games. If anyone can remember what the Olympic Games was like, that was great, but this is so much better tonight. This is Rugby League's night. It's not a night for rubbish.
No.
It's not a night for reminiscing, for looking forward. It's for being in the moment.
Rugby
and
League.
The moment is 80 minutes of great, ferocious, grand final Rugby League. That's what we're here for, what we live for, and that's what we'll die for.
Beautifully put, Roy. Now, the big issue, the elephant in the room, as we see it, I think the rogue traders warming up now, God, don't they?
Aren't they professional these days?
Very, very
No
professional.
backing tapes.
No.
Not like Jet yesterday at the AFL Grand Final. They were using backing tapes. This is live. This is Shannon Knoll.
Yeah.
He's doing loud.
Loud.
And this is live. There's no backing tapes.
Oh, it's just incredible, isn't it? What a
So
revolution.
it's a tightrope. You've got to think, has he remembered his words? Mm-hmm. The guitarist's going to remember the chords.
No.
They're going to remember what the time signature is, what key it's in, that
What
sort of
song?
stuff. Does the drummer going to know when to come in? Whoa! Yes,
Look
he
at
does.
now. Look, Roy, the elephant in the room here tonight is wrestling.
Yeah.
Are you okay with it? Could it go further?
How often have we described the match in its early stages as an arm wrestling?
Well, every time
Every time we do.
Yes.
Every time we do. I've got no problem with it all. Look, it all comes back to, I should say, the Canberra Witches Raiders, as they were in those days, deciding to turtle players as a means of slowing down the play the ball.
Yes.
Well, now it's developed into a really arcane discipline of turtling a player, which involves wrestling. And as we saw in the match last week when the Storm played Parramatta, a couple of, might have been Nathan Kalis. He got really, I think he tore his breastbone.
Yeah.
Might have been ripped off as a result of it. And that can happen, but it's a hard game for hard men. And if you can't cut it, if it's too hot in the kitchen,
leave.
Go outside.
Now, are Melbourne the real culprits here, or does everyone do it?
Everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it. And I say it began with the Woodges Raiders.
And can you
Before
see
they were Dairy Milk Raiders.
Yeah, well, that's a long time ago. They might have been Easy Phone Raiders too.
They might have
after
been
that.
too. Yeah.
Now, can I point out to you that I think I've seen a couple of moves posted on YouTube of Brent Kite climbing up on the black dot and practising flopping down.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No, is that within the rules?
It wouldn't worry me.
No, good.
It wouldn't worry me as long as the timing's right, because those things can go horribly wrong.
True, they can.
They can go horribly wrong. Look, isn't Shannon Knoll a professional now?
Absolute professional. I must confess I wasn't full bottle or, didn't think he was going to make it.
No, I wonder if he's still very good friends with Guy Sebastian, because they were the best of friends.
They were just incredible.
And why isn't Guy here supporting rugby league?
I don't know.
Maybe he is, I don't know.
Yeah. He might have
Let's
some
give
of
him the
years.
benefit of the doubt. Let's say he's in, row 29, seat G.
Well, let's hope the camera can pick him out. Now, decoy running is Manly's go. They're denied a lot of legitimate tries because every time something happens in a rugby league field these days, we go upstairs and have a look at everything in slow motion. Everything in slow motion looks wrong. Fact, Roy.
It does.
Fact.
It does.
Now, Bill Harrigan's next door to us today with his finger on the laptop.
Yeah.
Could Bill decide something here tonight that would
Well,
see...
he will, because Manly will try it on again. They will. That's their go. They've always been cheating mongrel bastards. Everybody knows that. Nothing's changed.
Yes.
Nothing's changed. We've still got what we call the Manly culture. They call it culture. And I call it shepherding. In the old days, was shepherding, and if you continued to shepherd, you were asked to leave the ground. Off you go. Slaver, off. You're off. For shepherding, it was a heinous crime.
Now,
these days, it's culture.
Culture.
Go figure.
Now, listen, anytime anybody mentions, culture and the connection with the football side, especially rugby league, I tend to reach for a revolver.
I know, much in the manner of
the German
Goebbels.
Yeah, Goebbels. Yeah,
Goering, actually.
Goering, yeah. Reach for it. Well, he had something here now. I think this might be the road trade.
Oh, here's the road trade. Look at that massive weight.
Look, incredibly professional. Look, walking out.
Yes.
When was the last time an act walked out?
I've never seen an act walked out.
I think we
Not
saw...
since Vanessa Amorossi all those years ago at the Olympics.
Wow. Look, I was going to say, the last time I saw it, I remember Billy Idol, he arrived in a hovercraft.
That's right, and the tape didn't work.
Now, your hatred of
No,
man...
I'm not suggesting there's any backing tapes being used here, actually. Let's see, they'll count it in. You might get the drummer go click, 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 something like that.
Yeah, or 1, 2, 3,
Here we go.
4. I know, you've got it up and away now. Look, God, the
Here
drummer...
we go.
He looks as
Look
though
at
he's
he's mixing soup.
He's
Isn't that great?
Now, listen, Roy,
keyboardist.
your hatred of Manly has been well documented.
Yeah.
Have you gone soft on your hatred of Manly?
No,
unlike
I still
others?
hate Manly.
And some big names in the who've built big career medias through their hatred of Manly have turned.
You mean
on this
Thomas Rhodonicus?
Thanks very much. I didn't want to mention that name tonight because I've just had it with him. I used to like that bloke.
I know. As I said to Tommy the other day, I said to him, "Listen, Tommy, all those rugby league players who've died, those saints of the game, those immortals that have left us, would be spinning in their graves if they thought one T. Rhodonicus was supporting Manly." Exactly. And he said, "Oh well, obviously, I just want to play, coach State of Origin. I've got to say these things." I said, "No, you don't. You're just losing. You're just losing a lot of friends. You're losing a lot of loyalty, and you're just going to look a joke. Because I'm telling you, you're never going to coach State of Origin."
Builders, worried about federal and state occupational health and safety bullshit with your 457 crew? Well, don't. All Roy and HG's highly motivated, semi-skilled, job-ready Pacific tradies turn up ready for work with their own PNG Department of Health approved South Seas Lap Lap and renowned Solomon Island close-fitting safety shoe. Roy and HG have substantial contacts with people managers in Papua New Guinea, Tuvalu, the Solomons and Bougainville. These well-placed senior government-accredited human resources experts allow your firm access to any number of semi-qualified but highly motivated labourers who understand only 2 words of English: start and now. These 457 compliant tradesmen are guaranteed disease-free and will have a go at anything: plumbing, electrical, excavation, welding, stonemasonry, and should you want to go native, these willing workers are fully conversant with the latest techniques in vine lashing, bamboo construction and blow piping. As Australia's leading contemporary architect Glenn Murcutt said at a recent international conference, "Honestly, what these blokes can do shocked me, and it's certainly refreshing in the building game to have labour cheaper than nails." If you want labour short on skills but big on grunt, contact the 457 specialists on 123 457 and chat about your needs.
These screens are incredible here tonight. Absolutely excitement. And these are something revolutionary in rugby league presentation. I hope you'll be able to see the game on it, bro.
I know. Well, compare the professionalism of this presentation with what we saw yesterday, Stu. The Dolphins Captain Cirque du Soleil, which didn't really work. I mean, this is what people want. Rugby league fans like good, hard rock and roll. But accessible rock and roll, much in the manner of what the traders are giving us here.
The traders have just pulled it off.
Yeah,
now,
well done, Natalie. That's very,
incredible.
very well done.
And you described her off air there a minute ago as sultry.
Sultry, yes. I think
that
she is
something
going
you
for
thought
a
of
sultry.
yourself, or did
No,
you?
I read that in the paper. It might have been this morning she was described as sultry, and I thought, well, that's fair enough.
I'll use that tonight in the call.
Yeah.
Now, Tony Archer's the referee tonight. I saw you having a few words with him in the car park. What do you say? Is he come to blow, or is he going to put it away? And can I just, before you address that question, can I ask the backstory? Is Archer the best the NRL has?
Sadly, yes. It's telling us a lot about, the dire circumstance we find ourselves in when kids are not putting their hands up and want to be rugby league referees anymore. I don't know why. It used to be seen as a glamour job.
Mm-hmm. Certainly when Jeffs and Jadwatt were around, it was a glamour job.
It was a glamour job. It was seen as a great career with a reasonably good superannuation benefit scheme at the end of it. And if you put in your 20 years, you could end up writing a book, appearing on 60 Minutes to promote it. And, life was going to be comfortable. Move up to the North Coast and buy yourself a hotel. And talk about rugby league for the rest of your life with people getting drunk in front of you paying for it. And that seemed to me a reasonable thing. And there were a lot of kids whenever I went to schools and told them that, the career for you as a rugby league referee, many of them put their hands up. And it was seen as a vocation. But these days, actually, I don't know what the problem is, whether it's the abuse they cop. Mm-hmm. But that used to be worn as badges of honour.
I did. The spit, gone by. Yes. The potato up the exhaust, the two-bob detailing on the car. I said, I wear it proudly because I'm a rugby league referee.
Yeah.
And I've got the pub on the goalpost already marked out.
That's it. That's it. And I hope those days come again, but we're going to have to rely more and more on going upstairs.
Yeah.
In the end, you won't need anyone downstairs. It'll all just be upstairs. And the game's going to be robbed, I think, of the great theatre that the whistleblower provides. In response to your first question, HG, I don't think I think he wants to wear a lot of invisible cream tonight. Disappearing cream. Vanishing cream. Yes. I think that'll be the... Well, he is. Archer can walk through a crowd, I've seen this happen, and nobody knows who he is.
And he's in good heart, good spirit for the job ahead, or is he...
Look, I think he described himself to me as being cautiously optimistic.
I've got the pulled out. He smeared himself with vanishing cream.
But he did tell me as well that he put $20 on Melbourne. And I don't know what that means.
Well, I tell you what, I don't think he's going to be far from collect there. Yeah. One interesting statistics, though, is that bookmakers and punters, experts have declared Melbourne good things to take out Sunday night's NRL. However,
that's what Archer felt.
Archer felt. Yeah. And it's the fact, since 1954, the majority of teams backing up in a grand final loss have flopped again.
Is that
and
right?
Melbourne lost.
You learn nothing. You learn nothing. Well, you learn how to lose.
Yeah. So you do it again.
You learn how to lose. Well, I tell you who'd be happy if that happened. Much as I loathe Manly, I have a grudging respect for Beaver Menzies. Yes. And if Beaver was to score...
Mm-hmm. Well, that'd be tremendous.
Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't it be great if he got the first try? Speaking of Menzies and the Manly side, Menzies had a column in the paper this week saying the contribution of BK Kennedy and his thoughts on the disruption of routine in grand final week, and I never...
Nothing can prepare you for that.
Nothing can prepare you for the disruption in your ordinary routine as a rugby league player for grand final week. And excited, getting up early for the grand final breakfast on Thursday morning.
Oh, well, that can drive you berserk, because you're not used to getting up at 5 o'clock.
No.
Most rugby league players don't get up until 10, because that's when the pub opens. You know what I mean?
Or 10:30 when the TAB opens.
Well, indeed, but you're not seen before then.
No.
And to imagine you to get up at 5 and present yourself, you have a shave and put on a shirt with a tie. I mean, that can it turns your whole week into rubbish. Can I say that?
Yeah, it does. It does. Now,
what's going on now, AC? Look at this. This is just, we look at old footage here, by the looks, on these special screens that have been put up by kids.
Isn't that fantastic? They're bed sheets. They brought along from
brought by kids, yeah.
Now,
isn't that extraordinary?
It is just so clear, isn't it? You see exactly what's going on.
Well, it's a game of rugby league. I thought
there it is.
We go there.
Souths v Norths. Now, look, the grand final is on, obviously.
Oh, hello. What have we got here? Not Jack Rayner, the former Rabbitohs great.
It certainly is, Jack.
He looks as if he could run out today.
He does.
Jack Rayner, the memories. I never saw Jack play.
But you've been told about him.
Well, I met someone who thought he might have seen Jack play once.
Right.
But he didn't remember a thing about it.
Right.
Well, but what a great Jack he is, the great Jack Rayner. I mean, he was the heart of South Sydney for many, many years. Who else are we going to get tonight?
Well, we got Darren Lockyer.
Oh, Darren Lockyer. God, I'd nearly forgotten him.
No, Brisbane Broncos.
It's good to see him again.
Oh,
he hasn't changed.
I know, he's wearing a suit, though.
He hasn't changed. He looks only about, 3 or 4 weeks older than the last time we saw him.
It's true, he's only 3 or 4 weeks old.
Look at the rainbow connection between Jack Rayner...
This is Peter Sterling.
Hugo Savler. The great Hugo Savler.
I've forgotten all about him too.
Well, he's got one of those weird diseases where when
won't
you're born,
die.
you look 90,
Yeah.
and as you grow older, you get younger.
So he's about 75.
He's older than Jack Rayner.
He would be. I think he's going to stand on Jack's
Yes.
toes.
All he can do these days is wave, as indeed Jack can. You know, and Lockie's still learning how to wave convincingly.
That's right.
That doesn't look terribly convincing
No.
to me at all.
And look at Salva, he's got the double-handed movement going. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
There's these screens again. And look, the memories tonight, Roy. I just hope we may not get a chance to talk about this later. Frank Hyde died this week. God, you could eat me up. Maybe baseball bat. You must have many, many memories of Frank Hyde. I know you spent a lot of time with him over the years. Did you do any memories stick, though, from the Hyde years for you?
Yeah, every time I saw Frank, I'd ask him to sing Danny Boy. And
the Hoodoo Gurus are
the
coming
Hoodoo
up.
Gurus
That's
coming
my
up. They're
team.
going to do That's My Team, apparently for the last time.
Yeah, they're going to a new campaign. Hear the Hoodoo Gurus. Can we actually get this up and see if we can hear any of this? Here's Dave and the boys.
And I tell you what, there'll be no backing tapes.
There won't be any backing tapes here, no. And fireworks. Whoa! Hey!
Flash bombs. Go, Dave.
Brilliant day. They did a little commute muster this weekend as well. They've travelled a long way. They've been doing their rounds. So they're absolutely professional.
Like Dave's got a new guitar.
And a new suit.
That's like a Gresh. Or something he doesn't use a Gresh.
And look, I love these fireworks going off before the screens. It's all just coming together. It's all screaming rugby league. And that fur on the cop, is that what he's got there?
This is a whole new Dave. I've never seen Dave like this. Anyway, no, Frank Hyde, actually. Yes,
Frank Hyde.
I'd say, hey, Frank, what about Danny Boy? And,
Never did he?
he'd sing the whole lot.
Never
let me down.
He
And you know,
wouldn't
there wasn't a time, maybe the 600 or 700 times he sang it to me, that I didn't cry.
What was it about his performance, Roy? Was it just heartfelt?
It was heartfelt.
Yeah, rugby
And
league.
it was a bit of Ireland, coming to Australia, setting down its roots in the coalfields and playing rugby league. It told the whole story.
I know, it's just fantastic. Now, the grand final obviously is at night. We can hardly see Dave from our vantage point here. But now you four are against the nighttime.
I love the nighttime.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure the AFL, once they get their head screwed on, they'll go with the nighttime as well. You know, I just think it's a great atmosphere. You know, you can get screen effects like this with the sheets, the bed sheets.
Yeah, the bed sheets up.
And a bit of projection and that sort of stuff. And fans love it.
Fans love it. Yeah, that's true.
And having it at family time like tonight. You know, like we have the news and a bit of entertainment like this the kids love. And then kids can wait up and watch their rugby league and be in bed at 10 past 9. I just think it's win-win-win all around.
It's fantastic.
Builders, are scaffolding costs blowing your bottom line? All 457 crew come with their own bamboo. Builders is interstate transport sending you to the wall. Get a 457 crew to carry it there. Builders, are your shareholders tired of paying out profits in per diems? All 457 crews live on a sausage roll for a week and sleep on site in all weathers. Interested? Of course you are. Contact the Pacific Island International Labour Hire Specialists, Roy and HG. You've seen these grass-skirted island blokes on the warpath. Roy and HG can get them working on your footpath.
And a couple of Cheerios. I understand we've got a couple of listeners in Ibiza tonight. Go to the net, that's fantastic. And a very big cheerio to the Crimson Moth in the number 27 shirt. Crossing back into South Australia over the border about now. South Australia's going to be the home of the world's biggest hole. They've got that big mine they've discovered out
This is the Olympic Dam.
Olympic Dam,
Yeah,
the world's
it's
biggest
just
hole.
great. It's just
And the Moth in charge of
I think that was sold by Western Mining to BHP Billiton rather recently.
Is that right? They didn't know the gold was there.
Yeah, many thought they'd paid too much for it. Well, it's not only gold, actually. It's
Copper.
uranium and copper and the whole box of dice. But everything's there.
It's a real rugby league story.
It is a great rugby league story.
And,
Wow, did you see that? Hey. I mean, the
that is
fans,
rugby league.
I mean, talk about bang for buck. Oh, that is just fantastic.
That's why it's great at night. You can't look. Dave's exhausted. He's shell shocked. He didn't know what was going on there. Briefly, I think he's a little bit
about
stoned.
that Gresh guitar is weird. I mean, what was that weird stuff in the back of it? It looked like plastic.
Or felt. Roy, how do you think the match is going to turn out? Storm won the toss.
Arm
is that
wrestle.
moment?
Can I say
arm
arm
wrestle? Yeah, just an arm wrestle.
I think rugby league finals. Finals at this level come down to a number of things. And can I just mention a few words here, actually, that I'd like to mention, every year at this time? The players have to keep in mind, I think, shape, composure, desire, comfort zone. And there are 2 words I like to remind players when they're going into a grand final. Those 2 words are rugby league.
Yes.
You're playing rugby league. Let's play rugby league. Don't try and turn it into anything else. No, it's beautiful as it is. It's a great game. Let's play rugby league. My rugby league, I mean, let's move the ball about. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a catching, passing, tackling game. Let's do it. If you catch, you pass, and you tackle, it can't go wrong as long as you maintain your composure, your desire, your shape, and you stay in your comfort zone.
Yeah. How do you know when they're out of their comfort zone, Roy?
When they're losing.
Now, speaking of the bloke on screen now, Mr.
Gus. Isn't he good? I don't know about the
walking.
The 3-button suit.
And the walking. I think the walking's taxing him, Roy. I think he'd be better off standing still. Stay still, Gus! Yeah, look out, Gus, you're going to bump into something! Now, he says in his column today, I'm confident this will be closely fought all the way.
Closely fought all the way?
And both teams will be in the contest at half-time. That being the case, it could be it could well come down to which coach best handles half-time team talk that ultimately sets the course of victory. The team on the course of victory. It'll be the last time these 2 get to talk to their team as coaches this season. Well, when the players head out for the second half, the coach becomes a spectator. Like everyone else, he can have no more bearing on the result.
Well, that's not true because, the coach Hasler just says to Tuvey, tell them to get their shape back in order.
Or the composure.
Work on their composure. Yeah. I mean, that's rubbish. Gus was right off the money there.
Thank goodness he stopped walking. Big games are decided at the back end of the second half, so the half-time has to be right.
Unless you're leading 50-0.
Like the Geelong Cats yesterday. Yeah. At half-time, your team can be in front or behind, playing well or being outgunned. A coach needs to be ready for all situations.
Yeah, he does.
His delivery needs to be informative, precise, concise, and above all, positive, emphasising shape, composure, staying in the desire, and comfort zone. Negativity and losing attitudes have no place in a half-time dressing room on this big day. The players need to be reminded they're only 40 minutes away from realising their dreams of a lap of honour, ... Now, then he talks about the team. However, very few teams get to play their flamboyant and skillful A game in a grand final. More often than not, you have to rely on your B game to get you through.
That's true.
The Storm had no B game last year. It was an A game or bust. They busted, of course, in the final. This year, though, I think their B game is ready. They can be patient and they can grind their way through the minutes patiently for good minutes, for the good minutes to kick in. What do you think of that as a theory?
Look, I think all that's great. I go a little bit further. I think you've not only got to have an A game and a B game, you've got to have a C game and sometimes a D game. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So that if plans A and B are fallen over, then you've got C and D to fall back on. And that's what I think a lot of coaches are a little bit superficial these days. There's only going, A and B. And I said to Des Hasler, what's happening with C and D? And he didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And I rest my case. I don't think Bellamy's that stupid. Not to have a C and D.
Can I just ask, can I tease you
last year? Last year he had A. And that was it. Gus was right there. Didn't think he'd need B.
No. Or C.
Or C, or D, or E. Had he had them.
Now, let's just swap codes for a minute. Yesterday, it was suggested at one point in the call that the port forwards become the port backs and the port backs become the port forwards.
Yeah.
Forwards. Yeah. Now, could that work as a D plan?
Well, that'd be about plan J. I reckon. I reckon. Having said that, you will see
as the match wears on,
as this match goes on,
the back end.
No, you will see Billy Slater,
King in particular.
Slotting into lock scrum.
Right. Yes.
You will see that. You will see that. So if that's answering your question, I'm not certain.
No, I'm just wondering how I distinguish if we've gone through plan A and we're now moving to plan B.
Yeah.
And B is sort of still 20 points behind. We're obviously thinking about C.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what the difference was and what we should be aware for.
Well, I think we've got to look for.
Right. This is the Boot Part 2. We'll be back after this short break with the kick-off on this wonderful, wonderful occasion of Sydney Rugby League.
This is 150 years of AFL and 100 years of Rugby League. That's the Festival of the Boots Parts 1 and 2, live on Triple J.
Homeless Australians, is the housing crisis getting you down? Are mortgage payments busting the budget? Are your kiddies going without? Well, why not talk to Roy and HG, the space-saving solutions experts? The space specialists can show you how to cram 12 457 visa holders, each paying $250 per week, into a spare room, and suddenly your mortgage crisis is history. How do Roy and HG do it? With the space-saving solution, the Miracle Bunk Bed Kitchen. The bunk bed kitchens arrive in a flat pack and can be operational in 45 minutes, with 457 visa holders turning up on your doorstep as soon as the shift finishes at 6 p.m. But remember, these blokes are not here to sleep.
Well, the big news today, Roy, concerns the Rugby League Hall of Fame, and the Prime Minister, John Howard's pledged $10 million towards the Hall of Fame. It's apparently going to be built in Sydney South. Not sure, a very big area to build it in. The Prime Minister said he was approached by the Men of League Foundation with a proposal to build the facility, which will also mark the centenary of the code. 10 million, you're not going to get much for 10 million these days.
You're not going to get anything, are you?
No, you're going to get lucky to be able to buy a block of land.
I know, this has come through Brandis's office. I'm telling you what, I'm telling you now, this wouldn't have happened under Kemp.
No, the thing would have been up and running by now.
Under Kemp, we would have had a decent $1 billion Hall of Fame.
I know.
I think that's what it's going to take, $1 billion to get a decent Hall of Fame we can be proud of.
This is a code we're talking about. This is the history of the code here. I mean, this is pissing on the parade in the worst possible way. $10 million.
$10 million is an insult.
Thanks very much. That's exactly the word.
It's an insult to Frank Hyde.
Frank Hyde.
The week he left us.
I know.
He dreamt of a Hall of Fame.
He dreamt of a Hall of Fame, somewhere where old players could sit in it and make a cup of tea.
Danny Boy.
Danny Boy. Oh, Danny Boy.
Thank you.
I mean, it's just a shocking. You know, that is really dropping the trousers and lighting one up
It is.
all over rugby league on this night of nights. That is pathetic.
It is pathetic.
And if he thinks he's going to get back in on the coattails of a $10 million grant to rugby league for a Hall of Fame, he's not.
He's not. He's just lost every rugby league vote.
No respect, Roy. That's what he's got. No respect. No respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. It's an old word. It's so meaningful today as it was all those years ago when Aretha Franklin first coined it, I think, in a song that Frank Hyde never sang. I mean, you know, you'd be lucky to buy a few canvas chairs for $10 million.
You won't get anything. You won't get any of the special stuff, you know, your 3D stuff, your holograms.
Oh, you're going to get some of that? I was just hoping to get a mouth guard, Peter Sterling mouth guard. I've got one of them. I could probably donate it to
tell you what, the rugby league train. Can you talk of that?
Oh, the train. I mean, why don't they build a special train track for it to go on?
Yeah.
I mean, now you're talking.
Well, what about a rugby league train, you know, from Central up to the northern suburbs of Sydney to Manly?
What a great idea.
Hey, that the public could use as well.
Yeah, in the off-season.
In the off-season, so to be, the Rugby League Hall of Fame train.
Yeah.
That the public could have access to. What about that?
I bet you no one... They'll have to drive cars to this Hall of Fame, buggering the carbon footprint or whatever you call it.
Yes.
There'll be...
Is it green? Is it a green Hall of Fame?
It's not. It's just a Rugby League Hall of Fame.
No, I suppose they'll need a nuclear bloody power plant to drive it, will it?
Mercifully, Bill just had a word to me while we were playing that to add. He says, don't make out I think I'm bigger than the grand final.
Who's saying this?
Bill Harrigan.
Bill Harrigan. Well, he's not big.
No.
Who said he was?
He just says, don't make out I think I'm bigger than the grand final, meaning, you know...
Well, I'd never do that. I mean, the bloke would have to be put in a straitjacket if he thought that.
There's huge pressure. He said people might sit at home and watch the replays from the armchair and think it's easy.
Sorry, actually, look at Bellamy here. Look at this. And the players aren't listening.
No, the players are wanting to get out there. Oh, he's a little bit of tackle. This is more like it.
Where's Tubes?
Ding Dong Bell.
Tubes likes to get involved.
That's Mad-Eye. Well, Tubes will be out there. Don't worry.
I know Tubes
You won't miss Tubes. He'll be handling it. He'll be, feeding the scrum. I mean, those old skills. I mean, if they had an extra... There's Tubes now, isn't it? In the orange shirt.
Yeah, there's Tubes.
Oh, no, it's in the wrong camp.
Oh, right.
How did that happen? Tubes is in there getting secrets.
Oh, from the Storm.
Yeah, he's in with the Storm getting secrets. And now
here we are. Now, where's Tubes now? There's Desi in the middle.
Desi in the middle.
Look how many players are trying to grab their hair like this.
Look,
like Williamson for a start.
Yeah, they're modelling it on Dessus. Now, he's laying down the law now. Composure, shape, comfort zone, and put some points on the board.
And rugby league.
And don't get too mulched by the $10 million, allocation to the Hall of Fame. And here's the Storm winding himself up.
A little bit of bonding, a little bit of, brotherhood, shared spirit.
There's the number 11,
Because,
Clint Newton. What a story.
May not be there again.
No. What a story the Clint Newton story.
Jack
is.
Newton's son.
Jack Newton's son.
Yeah,
Got
gave up
fired.
golf.
Yeah, gave up golf. Got fired by Newcastle. Ends up in a premiership winning team.
Yeah, I mean...
hopefully a premiership winning team. I mean, it's just one and two.
Yeah. But Jack must be so proud.
Oh, incredible. He'll be here tonight. Now, the Melbourne supporters, the Molly Meldrums. Yeah. Are there many Molly Meldrums here tonight?
There are. There are a lot more than I thought, HG. I've seen... Look, I know for sure there would be at least 18 that have made their way up.
And have you seen Moll himself here tonight?
No, I haven't seen Moll himself, but he did indicate that he would have liked to have come here the opportunity.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
What Billy was saying, Billy Harrigan this is we've got some pictures of Molly Meldrums here in the crowd. People might sit at home and watch the replays from the armchair and think it's easy, but when you have your finger on the button, you're talking to the television director about replays angles, talking to the referee, and you know every eye is on you. It's tough because it's you who has to take the decision.
Well, I suppose it is, but I mean... Bill's
Why go upstairs? Why go upstairs? I mean, Archer's got, going to have a blow.
Yeah.
He can point to the spot when it goes over. I tell you what, there's a lot of, a lot of strapping on the
storm board.
Folau wrist. We just hope it can...
Similar sort of bonding going on here.
Yeah, maybe
it's like the players are introducing themselves to each other
for the first time.
You know,
that's Steve Maddai, the number 4 there, and obviously Steve.
And look, towering over it all.
Is that what they have to lug around at the end of the night? Look how big it is.
Yeah.
I mean, have they reduced the size of the crowd near him? And is that what they've done there? It's like Gulliver's Travels,
yeah, is it? A little bit. That's Lilliput, isn't it?
They've got it. And here come the Storm out of the rooms now.
Oh, that's Manly actually coming out. I think they see.
We're going to have one of those nights. I can tell you now. I mean, how would you mistake? Oh, there's Tubes there. The bullet of Tubes.
Go on, Tubo.
Come on, Tubes. Put it in here. Idiot. Leave it to Beaver.
Leave it to Beaver. Now, that's funny. I mean,
it is funny.
That's humour.
It is. That's rugby league humour.
Yeah.
I bet you Fatty thought of that.
Yes, and family friendly.
Family friendly, yeah.
Nothing rude about it.
I know. And here come the maroon side out from Manly. Look, why don't I call both sides Storm?
Matty Orford here he comes. Brett Stewart's a little bit...
Toey?
No, he was laughing a bit much.
Oh, right. Oh, cracking gags in the tunnel of Tiff. I don't like that. And the Big O leads them out onto the mat of WrestleMania 2007, the Boot Part 2, the Rugby League Grand Final. Don't know quite where to go, but look at that, fantastic. And the cheerleaders, right?
Look at the glamour there.
Oh, the glamour, the cheerleaders, the best in the world, cheerleaders. And face painting tonight, Roy, do you think it's been up to stand?
I think it's been fantastic. It's just made it a real carnival. It's like carnival.
It's a festival, isn't it? A festival of football. And the fireworks and everything like that, and it's just going to be great.
I love this because no one can see the game for the first 10 minutes because of the smoke. I love that.
And the players, it's so easy to breathe that stuff and run about it.
I know.
The Stewart's still on
so
screen.
fit, though.
Oh, they're very, very fit. And there's the Manly people who have walked over. I've got to say is now we've got the Melbourne Storm and obviously Snookerfly on screen now, Cameron Smith, and he's wandering out. He's been here before. He was here last year and lost.
He could be our test captain.
Oh, is that how you see it?
Yeah.
Good game. And Slaven, of course, the number 1. Fortune favours the brave. Stand tall, Storm. Your time is now. Beautiful, lad.
What beautiful words.
Go hard, go Storm.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And Cameron and Slater leading him out. Smith and Slater leading him out. And here comes...
question mark over the fitness of Slater.
There would be. This would be something like
that. Knee of his.
Dallas Johnson.
And look at that glamour on the right.
Oh, it's just incredible. No wonder people all over the world watch this. And here they're going to go through the run-through early. They're not going to wait for the rest of the teams. Through they go. Oh. And there the Roman candles setting off on the flower pots down there. And it's just fantastic. It's a night of nights. Could I say that? Be the first to say that tonight, a night of nights.
And so exciting for the players, actually. Many of those who haven't been in a grand final, you know, you look around and you think, oh, God almighty, look at all these people. What are they here for? You, yeah. And that's very humbling. Can I tell you that's humbling?
Is it humbling, Roy? As the players line up now for the national anthem, look, it's just one of those chilling moments, isn't it?
When the sexiest man in the league, that was it.
Yeah. Is that Brett? Matty Orford's the sexiest man in the league.
No, Brett Stewart.
Yes. Well, why wasn't that part of Grand Final Week? I know it disrupted the players, but getting that together in Grand Final Week would be fantastic. And I tell you what, there's so much more going to be crammed in Grand Final Week, a visit to the Hall of Fame and all that sort of stuff, $10 million. Fantastic. And there's somebody giving a bit of bob. I think that might be Brett Kite there laying down the law. And there's Guy, he's been there before.
Oh, and here we go, I think.
National anthem.
Let me thank you for just being you. When a boy becomes a man, he must do the best he can.
to live his life and find his childhood dream. I've had the good times and the bad, but the biggest break I've had was when I found that girl that thought of only me. Thank you for your smile and the love that's in your eyes. And thank you for a heart that's big and true. Thank you for the many things you are, my love. Let me thank you for just being you.
Let me thank
Yeah, beautiful reading. I've never heard it better. I'll tell you what, if that opens the Hall of Fame, the $10 million Hall of Fame for rugby league in the southern part of Sydney, I'll be delighted. But can I just say this about that Hall of Fame? I hope there's not a lot of copycats who want a Hall of Fame as well. You know, squash, surfing.
Well, tennis should have one, shouldn't it?
Well, should it?
I reckon.
I just raised they're going to have to get one now for $10 million.
Archery, and I tell you what,
Archery?
our equestrian team.
TikTok.
I mean,
We're going to see
I mean,
that stuff
The
in a Hall of Fame
Roycrofts.
for you.
The Roycrofts should have their own Hall of
The
Fame.
Hoys.
The Hoys.
I know they've got
Andrew
4 medals.
Hoy.
4 medals. 4 gold medals. Here's Watmo and the
Well,
number
there's just a
4.
little bit too
there.
much of this going on.
I know.
This cutting.
This love
It's
stuff.
It's
I'm
all
not sure.
good.
Monahan on screen now had a blinder last week. Got him here. Just wondering if all his teeth are there. He's counting his teeth with his tongue.
His tongue, yeah.
And
He's off to Europe, I think, to play
yeah,
rugby
after
league again.
yes, after this one, probably Wakefield KR or somebody like that. And Tony Archer, he's got a set face about him, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
he has. Look at all the vanishing cream he's got on there.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You can't see him now, can
No.
you? Even though he's got
Who was there?
And we're just about to get underway in the boot part 2 for 1987. Sorry, 1987.
Let's play rugby league.
Hey, we're underway. 1987 and 2007. We're underway. And they let it bounce in the in-goal area.
First
but Manly
mistake. First mistake.
Manly get it back of that. Are they composure yet, Roy?
No, well, there's no composure yet from Manly HG. That was a shocking mistake. They're playing the blind.
And Kite gets the ball away with Manly running it up. Might be Watmo. AVO Watmo with the ball now. Monahan coming in at dummy half. And they're rolling up now with a gain of about 5 metres there. Plenty of eager workers from Melbourne there. Monahan, dummy half again. Picks out a runner on the far side. Goes one way and then the other. And then it's straight up the middle. They're containing him well at the moment. It looks like Glenn Stewart there with the ball. Then a kick. And it's a good... Oh, no, they're almost trying to each other. Defused beautifully there.
Beautifully taken by
And
Slater.
Slater's
Whoa,
fast
they're
touch.
working that knee.
Lift above the horizontal.
Yeah, they're working that knee, HG.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
it's on.
Come
It's
on.
on. This is fantastic. This is rugby league.
Oh, this is what we
they're all
wanted.
in. I know.
A stink
Well, they lifted up Slater,
over the horizontal.
dumped him, and this has got to go on the
We're
floor.
not going upstairs on this.
No, we're not. He's awarded a penalty.
Penalty.
A
Yeah.
penalty. There's Tuvey out there. And
Yeah.
somebody says apologies. Now, let's have a look. It's got to be Lyon on screen now. I don't know if Lyon was involved in the tackle. Pig and Lyon wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise.
Lyon was
Pig and
involved.
Lyon. Ha, ha, ha. Pig and Lyon, they're going to have work that knee over, and they got it in a beautiful position. They're all in on it. So, it's a storm-free.
We've
Obviously,
seen a lack of discipline from Manly in 2 regards. Firstly, the not catching the ball on the full.
Yes, and now a early penalty.
Oh, no.
The ball's going backwards. It's picked up again by Slater.
Oh,
who's-
Slater, they're working that knee.
Yes, they need to wrestle it. Somebody comes along and picks it up. He plays the ball back to Cameron Smith, who decides to take the easy option there and slow it up and get a little bit of play in where he wants it, right down the middle. Gee, surely.
Yep, slowing them down, very
yeah,
slow.
Cameron
slow.
Smith,
Yep.
I know. There was a lot on that. Now, this is Hoffman.
Yeah, Hoffman.
Hoffman with the ball.
Hoffman, God almighty, he's knocked about already, Hoffman.
Yeah, I know.
The Crimea War, look, from the dressing room. What did they do to him
He
out
brought it
there?
on. Brett White with the ball now, and Cameron. Look
They
at
look
that.
exhausted. I remember that's the bloke that did his head in the opening moment of the State of Origin.
That's right, he's still wearing the strapping.
Yeah,
He's keen,
never recovered,
keen.
never
They're trying to
recovered.
get him up and bundle him into touch, but they can't. And there's a very telling player.
Look, I know
looks
it's an early
like
call, but I think the Storm are gone.
Kick across the far side. Here they come running through. The runners wanted. Left high there. Can they touch it? Over the ball.
Oh,
That's
now
ball
no
line.
need to go on with that.
And that's, let's see, Robertson getting
That was
a
Robertson,
push in the
yeah,
back
pushing
there
the back,
from
yeah.
Steve Turner, might have been.
Yeah.
Turner, of course, Titan Turner, as I always call him, because
Yeah.
he's meant to be playing on the Gold Coast.
That's
They're
right.
tapped back.
Well, that might have come off the Titan too.
I think it
It
did.
did come off the Titan.
then he taps it out.
He taps it out. Okay, no
Yes.
need to go upstairs. Settle down, Bill, as you were.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No need. Okay, this will be an in-goal dropout.
A goal line dropout and restart of the play from under the black dot.
One who'll take the dropout will be, I suppose, it'll be Monahan
Well, let's have a look.
as captain.
I suppose. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
he's got the ball. Yeah,
Well, that's
No,
Orford,
he's going to
actually.
do. That's Orford now.
Yeah.
Orford's taking it. Bloody hell, that's a...
Surprise early. They're dropping the ball. They're lifting Slater over. It's all going well for the Storm. Here's Slater back into the
Slater,
action.
gotta watch
Up
that
they
knee.
come. Bounced off. Good tackle there. Good defence with Williamson involved.
Yeah, and a lot of talking going on too from Manly. That's good.
And that's Kite there for the Storm, I think, is it? No, White.
This is-
Not Kite.
Yeah, this
White
is
and
Cross
Kite.
bringing it up now. There was a big question mark over Cross. with,
Plays the
with
ball
his
back
knees
away,
and-
goes on the far side. They try to get a run around in there, but that's Newton.
Yep,
Jack's boy,
Jack's
Clint.
boy.
Used to play with Newcastle. Back it comes now into the middle over the one, and somebody went low. Might have been Bell, is it?
Might have been Monahan.
And away it comes towards the card table. A bit of a dummy there. They held off him and he let him
Yeah, I
run.
tell you what, Manly are holding back.
Here it
They're going
comes.
to attack the
now,
line here. Attack the line.
Oh, it has bounced
Was that
backwards.
played out? He was taken out here. There might be a...
Oh, this is troublesome here.
Go, play on, play on.
It's off.
Rugby league! This is rugby league!
Orford going down, and that might be the number 6 buttons up there in the shape of...
How must the Storm feel? They got rid of him.
Yeah, good tackle there. I think
Oh,
might be
great
Inglis.
D.
Inglis, great defence from Inglis there, coming up from the Storm. They can come to Williamson.
Well, they've
Williamson.
missed the opportunity here to bring it wide. They had numbers out this way.
Yes, but I don't think the composure of Manly seems to be a bit lacking here at the moment. Then Monahan on to Orford. Orford looks for a runner, and it might be Maddai. Maddai tries to get a bit of a break. Steve Maddai there.
Been in great form, Maddai.
Can't quite work it out. Back it comes to Orford, a dummy half, and then right across the park. Oh, very difficult take there for the number 6, the Jamie Lyon, Pig and Jamie. And he plays it back to the Brett Stewart, the sexiest man in league. It's a kick over the top.
Oh, look at this!
Oh.
Now, was that played at?
No, it just
Was it played out?
bounced off his knee, I think. Up they get to play it. I think that might be...
Play on. Rugby league.
Right, it might have been, let's see, Newton who did that good bit of work there.
Yeah,
It is-
Newton did
God,
a great
he
bit of work. I mean, great
this one.
skills. Like his dad had great
Oh,
hand skills.
Great hand skills until he lost one.
I know.
And then he's played out again by the Storm. King with the ball. making
King
a bit of
getting
a gain.
involved, taking a bit of pressure off the forwards.
Here's the 5 for the Storm running it up, and it looks like that's Quinn, Fat Tony Quinn. One of the grapplers of Cameron Smith with the ball. He runs it away now, gets a bit of a run on, and that's Cross now, the one under an injury cloud. Handling it okay. We've played about 5 minutes. We've just come in from trying to buy a pizza, and a good kick there. Split the 2 defenders as
Very
they
good
come up, and let's see, gets away from
Got
one.
away
Very
from 2.
slippery. Oh, that's slippery Chris Hicks there with the ball. And for Manly, they've had a Brett Stewart, the sexiest man in the league, onto the Jeff Tuvey lookalike, i.e. Stephen Bell.
Yep.
He gets to play the ball back to the full-back.
Stewart
Brett
again.
Stewart, he finds a way
Oh,
around.
he's
comes-
elusive. Oh, took it high. Oh, took it high. Had a face mask. Oh, get off him. Get off him, Cross.
Now,
Of course it's a penalty. Cross, you're an idiot.
he allows that as a penalty. Before, a couple of minutes earlier, they were all over him in exactly the same way, and he didn't
Yeah,
blow
look,
it.
yeah,
Inconsistency,
yeah.
right? Inconsistency.
No, it's not. Now, look at this. The face massage here. Gouging of the eye. Look
Oh,
at that.
yeah, that's-
Gouging of the eye.
And he goes
There
back.
he goes to grapple back.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's the wrestling you wanted, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think players' eyes, you leave them alone.
I tell you what, atomic drop. I can see Cross doing the atomic
Or
drop.
go for the tossle. Something sensible.
Oh,
something
true.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I accept that. I don't think the eye should be legitimate target
No.
for the grapple
Yeah.
of the wrestling,
Yes.
divisions.
Yes.
Back it comes to Monahan. Oh, lifting the knees in the tackle.
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
Roy.
Fat Albert style. But
Yeah,
I'll tell
it
you
was-
what, actually, this game could go off.
Yeah, it's certainly good. It's building up
This is
nicely.
intense. This game could go off.
It's very intense. It's one of the most intense games I've seen since last weekend. A very poor pass there. Went to
Oh, yeah,
nobody.
but this is rugby league. They've got to pass the ball. It's a pass game.
You forget that Jason King, I think, with the ball there.
Oh,
taken
he's
low.
in Kuzma, this
Oh,
bloke.
here he comes. Oh, that's wonderful. No
Well,
wonder
that's
he's in
Fat
trouble.
Albert style.
I know, that's pure Fat Albert. Constable Craig Young, St George, maybe in the 1980s.
1970s, late 1970s.
Back it comes now. Monahan running with it, holds the
Oh,
pass
no,
up,
he lost
knock
the ball.
on, and Slater
Play
ties up.
on.
Slater bounces off Maddai and makes another gain of a couple of yards. It takes about 12 Manly defenders to knock him over. Have a look at it in the Hall of Fame. When it's built, $10 million donated so far. It might be English with the ball. Is that for Lau?
That's Falau. It looks like...
Falau. And they're warming up Crocker on the...
Crocker. Well, I like seeing Crocker out there, I must say. You know, they've never lost with Crocker in the team.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? Cameron Smith at dummy
Well,
half.
you just play him every week, wouldn't you?
You'd have to start with him, and then you think, well, we won it. Then he can come off and have a rest. Cameron Smith back at dummy half. He's looking for runners on the inside. Might be Cross going forward.
Go for his eyes!
Look, he's having a whale of a game so far, Cross, and he came in under an injury cloud, and he's still trying to get away. Slowing the ball up now, Cameron Smith. Tempo, a master of tempo is Smith.
Inglis trying to find a break.
And a lovely little bit of Neville Glover goose there, and back to Hoffman, who did his head in State of Origin and hasn't recovered yet. And that's Cooper Cronk there with the kick. Back it goes. Defused.
Easily diffused.
And knocked over there by, let's see, Falau and Turner, is it?
I think so. Side. I think Cooper Cronk was a runner-up in the sexiest man of league.
Was he?
He was, yes.
To Brett Stewart, so he got the sexiest and the
Cross again. I mean, Cross is going to get his marching orders in a minute. He's not careful. He was gouging a minute ago. Now he's trying to take a bloke's head off.
Oh, he's got to keep him down.
He's got to keep him down.
Yeah, that's right. And Matt looks ruefully at the umpire saying, what do I have to do, loser?
Yeah, he's a sensitive bloke off the paddock. You couldn't meet a gentler
no,
bloke.
he's tremendous. You know, he cooks a terrific pavlova.
I know he does.
Orford there. You know, he does passion fruit beautifully. And the way
he's always visiting hospitals to talk to kids.
And I tell you what, he often warms up reading to young kiddies.
I know he does.
At a school.
I know.
Sadly, not a school open today, but because it's Sunday. But normally on a Friday night, he'll go in and read to kids for 3 or 4 hours. Williamson, who's always... he's the one who got them into bowel cancer.
No, I know that. The thing about Cross is he had a little daughter recently, HG, and he's dedicating this game to her.
Is that right?
Yes, that's
Does
true.
she read yet?
No, not yet, but she'll read about it once she's old enough to visit the Hall of Fame. $10 million going to be built soon.
That's right. That's right. And he's this what now underneath all those Storm plays. Gets up and plays the ball back to Orford. Orford, it was Monahan.
Oh, they're finding guards up the middle.
And then
Stewart again.
Yes, very good play there.
They read that. They knew he was coming, I think.
That's right. Now it comes onto line with the ball, pick and line, looking for a holder route.
Well, I tell you what, they're very hard. It's very hard to go around Melbourne because they're going to come in on the outsides very, very very with their defence.
Might be Jason King in the tackle there. And
I tell you what, the kick might help. That's a
good kick. Very good kick. That's
what Freddie Fiddler realised, actually. The best way to play Melbourne is let them have the ball where you don't want them to have the ball. I.e. where you want them to have the ball, where they don't want to have the ball. Right down their end.
Yes, that's right.
That's where you want to play Melbourne.
Now, here we see this kick here. So they get the ball back, but then they've got all that way. You can see it there in front of us, all the way back up the other end.
Yes.
And it's just incredible.
Now they've got to lift in defence now, man, if they're going to do anything here. If they're going to, get the reward for this kick.
I know. The kick was good. Now they've got to make sure that they don't go very far with it, i.e. the Storm don't go very far with it. And there's Des Hasler. He's a teetotaler, and he drinks cups of tea.
I know that.
And he often reaches...
Where's Tubes? Why isn't Tubey out there
Well, Tubey will be out there in a minute. Just give us a moment. Because largely Tubey's only allowed out there when Melbourne have the ball. The Storm have the... Manly have the ball.
Sure.
Jimmy's got both teams confused.
Yeah, well, that can happen.
That's a great hit.
That's the way to do it, son.
That's right. Steve Matai there, coming off the line and finding a
come up quickly. Put him down.
Here goes, let's see.
That's it.
Another big tackle.
Rugby league. We're loving it.
And that's turnover.
And a strip.
Williamson with the ball.
And a strip. Oh, they can hurt you from here, HG.
Orford, and I think it might be Kite with the ball now.
Yeah, look for Watmo. This is where Watmo, AVO, comes into his own.
Here he goes now. He's past one and out wider it goes. There's surely not AVO out there.
Yeah,
off the ground.
He's
on the ground, surely.
Shocking pass that was.
And he had bloody both elbows on the ground. Now he's hurt himself, or is he just clowning around?
He's clowning around. What a shocking pass that was. Well, no composure.
Here's Tubes now. I think Tubes is onto him, and he's shown him one finger.
Well, Tubes isn't a doctor.
No. Well, he has...
He's an accountant.
He's an accountant. Can I just say about Jeff Tubey is that he has learned a number of things about rugby league, and he's learnt the most important thing in terms of concussion.
Oh, yeah. Being able to add up, subtract, multiply, long division, log table, sine, cos and tan, that sort of thing. Is that what it's about?
Or how many fingers am I holding up?
All right, yes.
He reduces to simple things that players can understand.
True reduction.
Yeah, there he is there, holding up a trophy of some sort.
Yes.
Might have been the Quick for Life trophy in days gone by. Oh, no, they've got him back up and running. No surprises there.
Well, that was a waste of effort there for Manly.
Let's have a look. There's the Matai thing that sprung the ball loose, I think, in the end, as he gets... wrestled to the ground. Good wrestling technique there too. You can see a lot of wrestlers use that. On to King. King now running away with the ball. Bounces off one. Bounces off another. King! King! Put him away! Put him away. They'll never win. If you don't put him away, they'll never get in the Hall of Fame unless you put him away. And now he's pulled a penalty.
Well, I think he pulled a penalty because there might have been an elbow in that tackle. I think he elbowed him in the head. Because he might have been elbowed in the head himself.
He's got to come off, that Williamson.
Yeah, Dallas Johnson. I'd like to see that in replay. Bill! Show us what happened there.
No,
No,
sadly
not
won't do it. Anyway, now here it comes again. Up they come again. They're making good yards now, and this is Cross. He's been the find of the competition so
Well,
far.
Cross looks like he's only going to be out there for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the way he's playing.
Cameron Smith back onto Hoffman. Hoffman running wide. He looks to unload. Or Williamson. If Williamson lasts the game,
I'll be surprised, yeah. Yeah, I will be surprised.
All right, now back to Hoffman.
It's a very physical match.
It's
As we expected, we knew it was going to be physical, didn't
It
we?
was, and we knew it to be an arm wrestle as Melbourne now come down the middle, on the left-hand side, looking at their try line.
Yes.
Way it comes now to, that might be Cronk there onto Slater. Slater onto Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith finds a runner. He's got one going through there.
Good D, good D. You know, this is one of the most physical grand finals we've seen in years.
Is that right? In years?
In years.
Will it be in the Hall of
Hello,
Fame? this one?
dangerous
Oh,
here,
look at
danger.
it.
Too easy, too easy. Try time!
They're coming to get you, baby!
And he's taken further to make sure the conversion will take place.
Very easy, very
Let's
easy.
go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. Check the
Fat Tony,
grounding.
do you want to check the grounding on that?
We're
I'm
gonna check
completely
the
happy with that.
I don't know about the grounding.
Fat Tony,
But
you want to go have a look at the grounding?
I
just
want to
for
go
the-
upstairs, yeah. Have a look at the grounding.
You just want to go upstairs to have a look.
Yeah, I want to have a look at the
grounding.
grounding, yeah.
Look at the grounding.
Come on, Bill.
Let's have a look. Well, let's have a look at this in replay as we
Yes.
watch now. They just
There might have been obstruction here, love. Actually, there might have been second man play here. Look at that. Billy Slater has taken out two defenders there. Now, this is going to make it difficult for Bill because obviously they've worked this move, obviously modelling themselves exactly on what Manly did last week.
do you reckon that paint's slippery too? I mean, I
it
felt
is.
for the kid there.
It's
I
no
mean,
H&S issue, isn't it?
yeah, they've got to get that right. I mean,
Yeah.
the rugby league's just shooting itself in the foot by paint.
Every time.
I know,
In
if
goal.
they can.
In goes fast.
In goes to complete fast. Now, look, I don't think... I see what you're saying, Roy,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
don't think there's anything wrong.
I'd send a couple of those Manly players off. We've got to get
Look,
the
it's
message through.
We do. Now, this is a try. Surely it's a try. Try! 4-0.
This try is brought to you by former Panther Craig Gower, now in France enjoying his
Chocolate eclairs and cafe au lait.
And it was Fat Tony Quinn who got it. Coming down the, what we call the left-hand side. And it was a fairly regulation try. The number 5, Fat Tony Quinn.
Yeah.
Zorba the Greek.
Well, Billy Slater, obstructed, took two defenders out, and it was an easy put over the line, really, in the end.
And it's conversion from right in front.
Right in front.
Smith should have no trouble with this, should
He's
he?
not going to have any trouble with that, Smithy, no.
And what do you think of the play so far, technically?
Look, it's a great physical match, HG. As we thought, both teams are playing an identical brand of football. Very hard, very intense, a lot of short passing and keeping it tight. And the two times Manly have tried to go out wide, they've buggered it up. So I can't see them going out wide. And the only time Melbourne have gone out wide, they've scored.
No, there's a lesson there.
It's a cruel game, isn't it?
It is unbelievably cruel game as Smith lines up this
and
shot.
so Manly are going to
Beautiful
look at
shot.
themselves and say, well, hang on, we're 10 minutes in, we're 6 points down.
I know, I know.
And that's
I know.
where those words that I mentioned earlier, that is shape,
He's got it. 6-0.
desire, composure, that's where these things start to come into play.
Now, composure, Roy.
Yeah, and you've got to say to yourself now, is it time for plan B? This is
Yeah,
what Manly-
exactly.
Manly, are they thinking plan B yet?
Would they have a plan B yet?
They would have a plan B, yeah. Now let's have a look at this HG. Let's see if there was a genuine obstruction. Well, I think two of those players were taken. I don't think Bill looked at that for long enough. I don't think he looked at the headshot.
With the top shot.
Yeah.
Well, and we've got to restart here, and now, of course, Melbourne get the ball back, and so they've got that long charge up again. They ran that try from a long time, or they engineered that try from the fairway up.
Yep.
14 minutes gone in the first half of the boot part 2, and the score 6-0. As I think it's that big bloke who's having a whale of a time, Cross. Standing in the tackle there.
Cross.
And he gets
he's
to play back.
He's an anger merchant, isn't
An
he?
anger merchant, that's absolutely right. And here...
But you've got to have one in your team. You've got to have a madman.
You've got to have a madman. This is Johnson, Dallas Johnson, who I often confused with Hoffman because for the Crimean War.
Often Hoffman will put his hand up and be the madman. But tonight, Cross has said, well, okay, it's my turn, boys.
Yeah,
I'm going to be mad tonight.
Especially for the first 20 minutes,
Yeah,
and then
that's
I'll go
right.
off and have a rest.
Indeed.
And I might
normally-
read a Morris Sendak book on the sideline, so don't be surprised if you see me doing that.
Yeah.
And then I'll come out and be mad again. Click
That's
Newton,
right.
play the ball. Gee, Melbourne have got a roll on here. They're
They
starting to
have
wreck 'em.
easy yards.
Oh, very
Easy
easy yards. And now the Manly team have to think of going to plan B.
Stuart,
the
he can
sixth man
catch
in
you
league.
up here.
Sixth man in league. And he gets up and plays the ball back to, let's see, it's Orford, is it? Orford?
Yeah.
No, Monaghan. Sorry, Monaghan. A bigger version of Orford.
Monahan, he's been totally turtled.
Yes, he has to get up and play slowly. Here's Orford. Orford going wide onto Avio Ramo. Put in Watmo.
Well, Watmo's the madman in Manly. I mean, he puts his hand up every week and says, I'll be the madman.
But they're watching Watmo pretty closely. They saw what he did last week, I think, to the Cows.
They've gone wide.
Oh, here's Steve Bell. Steve Bell! Manly, you goose.
Double knock on, but it'll be a scrum down with a Melbourne feed.
A Melbourne feed.
Twice they've gone out wide. Twice they've buggered up.
I know. But that was very bad.
That
there.
was unprofessional.
I mean,
wouldn't see that in flag.
We
saw a great game of flag
Didn't we see a
today?
great game of flag? And now Penrith, as we watch on replay, just beat
Now look at
Parramatta.
this.
That's
No,
terrible.
this
He
simplest
didn't even know
pass.
it was coming. That's no plan B. That's a plan about plan
he
E.
knew it
looked,
was going.
no. He's
think.
looking the
He
wrong way.
didn't think.
He didn't think it might be me.
He forgot that it's a catch and pass game.
I know. Chris Hicks, I mean, maybe they could get him off and put somebody else out there. Maybe King could go out there for the other team. Back it comes now. I think this is Falau with the ball.
Looks like Falau kicking about. I love seeing Falau kick about.
You know, he's had a clinic with Michael Hancock.
Yeah, he could
Hancock.
kick 3 knees. God
Oh,
almighty.
he's fantastic. I hope he gets in the Hall of Fame.
I do too. What a credit to rugby league he was.
Here's Fat Tony again, the try scorer. Back it comes now to the head. Oh, the two headies together.
Whoa.
Cry me a wall. Look out. Here we are. We're coming down.
Johnson's in Coosbay nature. He's not there. He's not there.
He's still playing.
He's still
but he's
playing.
not there. Here's Johnson
Hoffman.
now.
Oh, the two bloody headband bears.
Yeah, that's right. Cry me a wall. Look, there's Bagger goes. Now they've got a chance here to mount it up.
Easy yards
Oh, this
there.
is Lima, I think, off the bench. I don't know who they've taken off, but Lima's on.
Lima's
I'd say,
there.
he's there. He's really got a Panisi yards
Can I
here.
suggest Newton might have gone off, actually?
Newton has gone off. Title game, though. Up they go. Knock forward
by the Storm.
Yes, what's he going to rule here?
Knock
Knock forward.
on or play on? No, it'll be a knock on. Set the scrum.
No,
down.
he's going to restart from
He's going to restart from the 20?
Yeah, restart
Okay.
from the 20, I think. That was the last. Must have been a turnover.
Yep,
Here we go. Back it comes Stewart, the
Well, it's
6th
restart
man.
from the 10 as it turned out, but there you go.
Handover, right. Here we go. Yeah, final play. Oh, they got up high. Couldn't do anything with it.
No.
They need to...
No. Attractive, though. I like seeing it. Thanks, Bill, for the replay.
Now, back it comes down to Monaghan. Monaghan on to...
That's Ryan Hoffman, I think.
Ryan.
No, sorry, Glenn Stewart.
Glenn Stewart. Oh, yeah, the Stewart of the
Six-man
six-man
league's
league
brother.
brother. That's right. Now, the kite here, the kite, not the white, the kite. Now Monaghan, a dummy half. He decides to kick early in the tackle count. He
Well, I
sees
think
their
that's
time.
just adding to their deep
I
pressure.
know,
They're just going to
I
have to
know.
defend again.
I know. Here they come again.
Slater got to watch that.
Oh,
they've done it
that's
again.
and that's Lyon, Pig and Lyon twice. What does he have to do? I mean, I thought that rule was you couldn't live above the horizontal.
Horizontally, he's
There's
done it twice. King.
Oh, look at the head work there, too. Here we go again.
Here we go.
Up over
Easy
the horizontal. Bang.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what Glenn Arch is doing.
Why isn't that a penalty? I mean, why isn't Lyon giving his marching orders?
I know. I tell you what, he's put the P away. He's put the P away, Archie. He's got the vanishing cream.
He sure he has.
There's the 11 coming into it for the Storm. Clint Newton. He's still out there.
Newton is still out there. Well,
Cameron
that surprises
Smith.
me.
And Lima now with the ball running it up. Lima
Unless they
right in the
decided to
middle.
play 14 on the paddock.
Right, they could have.
Should have
I
counter hedge.
don't
I
think.
wouldn't put anything past Bellamy.
I don't think.
Oh, there's your Inglis up and under. Holy dooly, it's a rainmaker.
Hit the roof.
Easy
Back it goes.
for Stewart.
Stewart, sexiest man in the league. Knocked over by a big defence committee there of Melbourne Storm players, including Dallas Johnson. Crimea boy, Dallas Johnson. We almost lost that. Oh, no, that's Hicks with the ball. I would never give it to Hicks.
No, I pull Hicks right off now.
Get Hicks and get Menzies out there, I reckon.
Yeah, well, Beaver's got it, right?
Oh, Beaver, let's bring on Beaver.
Come on, bring on Beaver.
Leave it to Beaver. Back it goes now, the man
That's
who plays.
funny.
I know.
But in a friendly way.
I know,
you know?
family-friendly way. Look, I spoke to that bloke who represents Family First or whatever it is in the Parliament. He thought it was a great idea. Leave it to Beaver. Back it comes.
What more? Come on, go mad, son. Give us something.
Oh, beautiful bit of work from Cameron Smith there. They
On his head,
had him
but
held.
Watmo's head, I mean, you can't resist it.
I know. Here's the kick here. That's not a great kick, but it might be.
It's not a bad kick. Oh, bouncing
Bounce.
awkwardly, as a rugby league ball can do.
Here comes Slater now.
Slater,
marching.
watch his
He's got
knees.
one
I
out.
mean, he's got to watch his
He's
knees.
got one on the outside. He's passed it on the outside. He's got one away. He's come back on the inside. No, down. Taken by Williamson.
They couldn't put him into touch, no. He went near the abyss, HG, but didn't go over.
Robertson there helping out. So he
Cooper
stepped
Cronk.
away from the Biffs.
Yeah.
Back now. Who's with us with the ball? This is Falau again with the ball, is it?
Yeah.
And he gets up and plays the ball, and away it comes to the 11 rather for the Storm.
That's Clint Newton. That's
Clint
Jack's
Newton.
boy.
It's
Jack's boy.
Yeah.
Didn't even appear in the sexiest man in the league.
And
I
now
don't
they've
know
got
why.
Jeremy Smith out there. Away it comes. Jeremy Smith almost got the pass away there. He's just come on. Cameron
Smith
now
to
back
Smith.
to
Don't often see
back to
that.
Smith to Smith. Oh, the
A bit of turtling going on there by Lyon. Lyon's getting involved in a very vigorous sort of
Oh,
way.
good pass. He's got it.
He lost in Koosbane, he lost touch with reason there.
Oh, look at
composure,
yeah,
shot.
composure. Here's Tuvey out there now, helping out that bloke who's obviously on the far side of the penalty, Koosbane.
Yeah.
And he's holding up 3 fingers, and the bloke said, "I think I can see
Hoffman,
five."
I mean, you don't. Hoffman isn't there to kick the ball.
He's not. He's not.
He's a grunt. He's not a.
Yeah, that's right. He's just there. Oh, look at that.
Hey, Beaver's come out, AC.
Hey, Beaver come out.
Hey, Beaver.
Now that is Mark Bryant, the guy with the scissor kick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beaver! Las Vegas.
There he is. He's running the ball up. Look at that. That's incredible.
That is great.
That rugby
See,
league.
there's a bit of showboating, a bit of showbiz.
Oh, fantastic. Leave it to Beaver. It's all there. Out wide comes the ball. A big high pass. Away it comes now to Pig and Lion. Pig and Lion, the bloke who likes to live him above the horizontal.
Well, I think he's going pig shooting later on in the week.
No, tonight. He's setting off tonight after the match.
Good man.
Yeah, no, Beaver's got the ball. Oh, no, come along. This is plan B. Getting Beaver out there.
Well, I like it.
I know. I'm
It's
enjoying
worked
it.
already. They've made yards.
I know. They've really sparked up.
And he's a bit of a sort of Gary Owen.
That's right. Look, they should put pressure on the Slater. They did nothing
They
there.
didn't know what was going to
exhausted.
happen. Beaver didn't tell him.
No, that's true. Oh, Slater's gone through.
Oh,
Slater's
he
made a
cut
pass.
you up.
Oh, he's got one. He hadn't got a support there. The runner on the support side there. That's Steve Turner. Steve Turner from dummy half.
Oh,
Broken
no, they're
play.
cutting him up
Oh,
now.
no, on the far side too. And it's left to Matt-Eye by the looks to tidy him up. And away comes now. Quick play. The ball falls over just at the worst possible time.
Yeah, that can happen. But I tell you what, man, you're looking exhausted, AC. They're
They
exhausted.
just no go forward unless Beaver's out there.
Look,
Here's
the game's
Jeremy.
in slow motion now.
I know. This is Jeremy Smith out there. Look at Jeremy
You know
Smith.
you're in trouble
look at
when-
the 3 high. I love that.
Yeah,
Three breaks.
Watmo's not even coming up aggressively in defence.
Cameron Smith now. Cameron Smith's
just letting
gone
him
through. He
come
almost
to
got-
them. This
Oh,
is
they pulled one
atrocious.
off there.
Tuvey's got to get out there and tell no attack in defence.
I know. As we got Dallas Johnson at dummy half, he plays the ball away to Cooper
Too
Cronk.
easy. Change of direction here.
Cooper
Switch of
Cronk. He's
plan.
got on the inside. He's going to
Too
run for himself.
easy.
To back dead. Goal line drop out. They've got another 6 to defend.
They do.
Sexiest man in the league.
Saved by the sexiest man in the league, who was there yet again. And many of these players are going to think, well, why wasn't I part of the sexiest man in the league?
They will be thinking
Yeah,
that.
they're going to
Roy.
look at Brett Stewart and think, well, I'm as sexy as him.
I've got the Crimea War. Look, babes love that.
I know.
I'm a hottie.
I mean,
what's wrong with me?
Cooper
Vote
Cronk,
now.
runner up.
Oh,
Hey,
give me
how
a
must
break.
Watmo feel?
Turn it up. What, Mo? Oh, and now he's copped something like a knee to the head passing glance. He could end up not being the sexiest man in the rugby league by the end of this
Well, at the
game.
end of his career, I'd be I'm surprised if he's still the sexiest man in the league. I mean,
English,
league has
oh,
a way of shaping your appearance. And, well, many people say it makes it look more attractive, of course.
It does.
Look at Rex Moss's ears. Look at his ears. I rest for
it's just
case.
incredible. Hoffman here with the ball for the Melbourne Storm. They're about 8 metres. Are they? I know about 18 metres out from the line.
Yeah, but they can
Cameron
hurt you
Smith.
from here.
Off he goes
Oh,
to
they
Dallas
can hurt you
Johnson.
from
Here's Jeremy Smith. He tries to get involved.
Okay, look for the Cooper Cronk kick.
Now, wait a minute. We've got it. Back
Cameron
to Cameron Smith.
Smith.
Back on
Hoffman.
to Dallas Johnson. Dallas Johnson.
Sorry, the man in Koosbane.
Yes, that's right. He's playing in Koosbane. Look at the line there. Beautiful work. Tossed off the line.
Cooper
Here's
Cronk.
Cronk. He goes on to run around. They've got a gap there. Oh, no. He should have come on the other
Inglis
way.
is there. Too easy. Inglis was there. As the
Far
second
too
man
easy.
play, too easy. This is going to be a cricket score.
This try brought to you by the Manly Sea Eagles, the attractive face of bowel cancer across Australia.
Well, Inglis just strolls over, really, Roy.
Yeah.
I mean, as you pointed out, this could blow.
This could play. Now, let's
Look,
see.
there's
It's a
the
simple
inside ball.
second man
But
play.
They could have gone
Smith
earlier.
ran
I reckon Cronk could have gone earlier. Done
Yeah,
exactly
look at
the
that
same.
Watmo. He just
ran
pushed
right
him
over the
out
top
of the
of
way.
Watmo.
Orford, right out of the way.
Nothing there. Too late from the defence, covering defence, and Bellamy's up. He liked
Yeah,
that.
Bellamy likes it. I mean, they are relentless, you've got to say, the Storm. But Watmo, how embarrassing was that?
I know.
I mean, here's a bloke touted as a tough man, a big defender.
Can I tell you also, the sexiest man in the league?
Sexiest man in league. I think he might have come third.
Yeah, tough nut.
Tough man to crack. He's been made look less than ordinary. I mean, we've seen better defence in the flag today.
I know, we did.
The
And
flag team would have put... I mean, either of them, Parramatta or Penrith,
Yeah.
would have put up a better show tonight against the Storm.
And in the reserve grade tonight, what happened?
Oh, we saw Norths go down. And I tell you what, Norths would have put up a better fight than Manly are doing tonight.
They certainly would have. And there was a magical game in the reserve grade where Parramatta scored a try exactly at full time.
They
That's just
did.
wonderful.
They did. I loved it. I loved
Cameron
it. I
Smith.
felt sorry for the Peach, but rugby league's a cruel,
I know.
harsh mistress. Which
And
said many
they had
times.
no plan B.
No.
They were behind at
Well,
80
plan
minutes.
B was bringing on the Beaver, which I like.
Oh, I know. In this game, I meant the other game.
Oh,
But,
the other game,
Oh,
right.
yeah, no. I love the plan B here. I'm really enjoying plan B. So far, it looks as though they might be 12 points behind.
They are.
It was
They
about
will
20
be.
minutes.
I
Let's
mean-
have a look. Cameron Smith is concentrating.
He's future
He's
Australian captain. I
kicked-
think he
no,
was.
he's hit
Oh,
the
a poster.
upright.
Bloody hell.
Oh, wow. So it's flagged away.
Rueful look there from Smith. I mean, how many times has that happened? Not many. But I tell you what, he'd be looking at the C beside his name for the rugby league.
Is that right?
The Australian team.
Can I just say about the Australian team? The Cummels drew with Australia last
I know,
weekend.
23 all. Can you believe
it's
that?
incredible. As we said on replay, Inglis
Yeah,
just
so
a
easy.
wrecking ball. Over he goes, over the top. Oh, yeah, thanks very much.
And
Yeah.
professional enough in showbiz, actually, to be able to know where the camera is and know when the red light's there or the tally light is on the camera.
On the restart, Dallas Johnson gets the ball and they bring it back and he's knocked over
Well,
by...
Manly have got to regroup now and say, all right,
Plan B's
let's
gone.
have a game of rugby league.
We've got Beaver out here,
Yeah.
and they've also got Bryant
Yeah.
out there in the 16 shirt. Inglis
Yeah.
looks as though he's got another try in it.
Well, Watmo obviously started to believe a lot of his press.
Do you think?
I think so. I think so. He's thinking, oh, here I am, the best second rower in the country and
The third sexiest man.
third sexiest man in the league. Well, I can tell you, life ain't that
Jeremy
simple.
Smith's gone straight through again. Here they go.
pass.
Oh, look, no, he hadn't rolled it. Here comes
Billy
Slater. Slater. Oh, no, they're cutting in shreds. He's ready to go.
they can hurt you
look,
from
they're
here.
holding down.
Oh, there might be a penalty try here if they're not careful.
Way they come, and they got a penalty try the last time they won the flag. Look at this effort going over.
Smith.
That's incredible.
I
Look at
think
that.
he might have been fifth in the 60s Man League
Out
competition.
comes wide. He's got
Oh,
it.
easy,
Cronk can go
easy.
through. Cronk could have hit that line there and gone
Cooper
through.
Cronk on attack.
What
Well,
was
I'd
that
run at
third
Watmo.
pass?
I'd get anyone to run at Watmo.
They've held it up.
It might be a handover, I think, HG.
He's blown something here.
It might be a handover, the sixth tackle.
Oh, yeah, okay, well
Yeah,
done.
okay.
Back it goes now. They were lucky there not to get
But
another
this,
try.
This
What a
is where the
great
Storm
break.
want Manly to have the ball. I mean, this is where they want him to have the ball. But
Look at this run
beautiful
here.
run here.
Jeremy Smith. I mean, can he
Yeah.
play for Australia?
Well, I hope so, and I think Clint Newton, Jack's boy, he's putting his hand up.
He's certainly putting his
He's
hand
saying,
up.
okay, I'm sexy,
Yeah.
and I'm a second rower, and I'm better than Watmo.
Yeah.
And I'm sexier than Watmo, even though he came...
In the sexiest man in the league. Oh, you're absolutely right, Roy. And now Watmo with the ball now. Back to Orford, I think.
I mean, what was that?
Monahan,
A truck
very
and
bad.
trailer. Wrong code, boy. Wrong code. You can't truck and trailer in rugby league.
And,
That's rugby union.
Monahan again, he's decided to kick and might have been on the third tackle there to get the hell out of there, give him a break. And now, of course, they
But
easily
they must be
diffuse.
tired of tackling. I mean, that is so silly.
Turner
that's
now,
putting up a
passes
white
across,
flag.
here comes Slater.
They'll catch
Slater
it a
through.
bit.
This is the second time in about 30 seconds he's done this.
They'll
Away
catch
he
it
goes.
a bit.
He comes on the inside, they try and get him. Oh, head high.
Close to the abyss. Close to the abyss.
Oh, a bit tired. He had to knock his block off. He's
English now. Look,
at
they're
this.
just toying with him.
I know, this is going to be a devastating
Oh,
result.
no, no, offside.
Oh, he's ruled offside, has he?
They were offside. I mean, you can rabbit on all you like. Orford. Monahan.
This doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good at all.
And there's the third sexiest man.
60 man in the league.
And
He's
he's-
put his hand up as a powder puff. Can I say cream puff? Cream puff Watmo?
Yeah, I hear
Can
you,
I
Roy.
say that?
I hear you, Roy.
He might be sexy, but
Yeah.
he can't play rugby league.
Look at this. Here's this break again from Slater. Look at
God, they
this.
can cut you up. I mean,
I
why
know.
would you kick to him?
I
Why
know.
would you kick to him? On your third tackle when you've been tackling all night?
I know.
I mean, who's the brains trust out there?
I don't know.
Answer, no one.
Here they go again. They've got the ball very close. This is, let's see, Folau with the ball for the Melbourne Storm. You can see the try line in the
Yep.
top of the screen. Cameron
Yep.
Smith. Here they come now. They're going to barge in over this. This is Lima with the ball for the
Run at
Melbourne
Watmo,
Storm.
run at Watmo, run at the puff.
Here they go. They're going to come wide. They're going to come to the card table side. They've got runners
Toying
there.
with them.
King's gone almost straight through. He made a gain of about 6 metres there. Let's have a look here. 5 metres out from the line.
Okay, look
Right.
for Cooper Cronk kick.
Here it
Cooper
comes.
Cronk.
It's
Where's
got-
Cooper?
No, they're going to line it up. This is only the third tackle. Crocker's out there.
Oh, good. I like it when Crocker's out there. That's plan B for Melbourne.
There, Cameron Smith there. Now he's got it. Here you go.
Here's England.
Oh, he's got
Oh.
one wide. Look at this. He's standing there. Can they get him over this? Oh,
you can't even put him in the abyss. Took 8 of them and they
Left
didn't
the
even
ball
get it
behind.
in.
He dropped the ball, but Manly
did.
could come up with him.
He laid an
Cameron
egg.
Smith.
Laid an
Here
egg.
it comes out wide. This is, I'm not sure who the 21
Oh,
is.
look at that
Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson on.
Hey,
for
welcome to
Manly.
rugby league, son.
Here's sexiest man with league with the ball, knocked over.
Is that what? No, they still got him out there.
No, they haven't.
No, that's the sexiest man in league.
That's right. Here he comes out wider now. It might be Matt with the ball for the Manly Sea Eagles. 10-0. They haven't looked like doing anything. Monahan from dummy half having to run, gets it away.
Here's the puff.
Puff's got the pill. Back it comes now to Monahan. Monahan goes away on the far side, looking for runners. It's Beaver! Beaver! Las Vegas! Oh, they needed a head. Beautiful work there from the...
Oh, good one, mate. He's just knocked on, man. You remember that? You got to hold on to the ball. You knocked it on.
Read about it in the paper. Roy Masters have a think
Beaver.
piece on Play the Ball tomorrow in the Sydney Morning Herald.
Well,
have a look
I'll
at
have
it
to do is
online.
go back to tours. Here he knocks the ball on. He puts it down. What's going on here? Picks
falls
it up
over.
again. Falls over. It's a dog's breakfast.
He knows. He knows.
Fourth grand final and you've learnt nothing.
I know. And he's lost all of them. It's hard to imagine.
And he's lost a lot of respect.
And here, who's this bloke here? He's this king.
No, that's Cross. Remember?
Oh, Cross,
He was
the
the
bloke,
madman. We
yeah.
thought
Oh,
he'd
the
be only
madman,
out
yeah.
there for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
It was a very attractive 10 minutes, though.
right, back he comes now.
He's English.
English. They're getting English more involved. He's had a quiet 20 minutes. That might
Well,
be
he's
the
had a
plan
quiet
B.
season.
Well, yeah. Up it comes now. Here's Crocker.
Crocker, oh, he's a hard man to put out.
Oh, he's lost the ball in the... Oh, he got it
He
back.
got it back.
And he
6
got
more.
it. Oh, hang on. He's
Hang
wrong.
on. No, fair enough. Red. That's not enough. Oh, no, the bloke just...
The bloke lost
He
control
lost
of the ball
control
and
and
got
got
it
it
again.
back. I mean,
Let's have a look at this. This is rugby league. Have a look at this.
Come on.
He loses
Look
it
at
here,
this. It's
there,
stripped
and
out.
then he
It's
gets
stripped
back.
in a two-man strip, and he got the ball back. There's no knock on there. It should have been 6 more.
Let's have a look.
Oh, let's take it upstairs. He was stripped in a two-man strip.
And it comes back to him here.
Yeah, there's
There.
no knock on.
No, that's perfect.
Should have been 6 more tackles.
And what's he ruled?
He's ruled a scrum with a Manly feed.
Oh, Lima on screen
Hey,
now.
cream puffs with the ball again.
Let's have a look. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, Manly feed.
Manly feed. All right,
There
here
it
we
is,
go. What are we
Orford.
going to do
Out it
now?
comes the
Oh,
other
yeah, come
side.
out of King. Is it? No.
No, Bell.
Bell.
Ding dong bell.
Ding dong bell with King on him.
Yeah.
King
again.
King's just pinged another
Oh,
one.
just straight off market offence. Easy
Yeah.
pickings there, and he's going to get another one here by the looks. Here's the sexiest man. No, it's not one of the
it's not.
sexiest men. in the
No,
league.
it's his brother.
It's his brother. Sorry, I knew there was a
I think he
family
might have come
similarity.
about 29th.
in the pole. There it goes out the back now. Here it is. On
Oh, there's the sexiest man. They
and-
bottled up by English.
Oh, too easy.
Too easy. I mean, they're going
Away
backwards,
goes.
going forward.
Onto
What
the path.
mo? The cream puff.
And then to Matt-Eye knocked over. Beautiful defence there from a copybook defence. Sexiest man in the league, a dummy half, then a kick.
A desperate
And
kick too, because they've got no
turned
ideas.
it.
They've got no ideas.
No, there's no
Just,
plan
their only
B.
idea is to kick it to Slater so he can cut you to shreds. I mean,
But can I just say there was a hint of a glimmer of a plan when Beaver came on.
yeah, I know there was.
Crocker plays the ball and then he gets barged up. Can't quite see you buried underneath there.
Yeah,
the
that's
five.
their winger. Actually, that might have been Hicks.
Oh, Hicks. Hicks the five for the five for them.
Slater's played well.
Quinn.
Slater's played well.
Back it comes now. The runners there with the ball. This is
Yeah.
Lima with the ball now.
I
right
tell you
in
what,
the
the
middle.
crowd's gone very quiet.
It's very, very quiet.
Yeah, they're quiet in the crowd, haven't they?
Yeah, certainly, they've taken the crowd right out of the game.
Yeah, the
Well,
18 Stormers that are here, they're enjoying it.
That's right, the Molly Meldrums
Yep.
came up in the bus with Molly playing a few discs on the way up.
Yep.
A lot of I Love the Nightlife, that
Okay.
sort of gear.
Cooper Cronk, who's he kicked to? The sexiest man in league, we hope. Yes,
Yes,
there he
sirree,
is.
Bob. Here's a plan.
There he is. Boy, oh boy, he sure is sexy.
It goes to Woman on wide, and it gets taken out by the two there for Manly. That's Robertson, hadn't had much. He's got to come in and find a ball. Back it comes now, the puff
But
with
that's
the
the
pill.
thing. That's the
Back
thing.
it
I mean, he
comes.
can lose tonight. He'll go home and think, oh, well, at least I'm so sexy.
Yeah, that's
unless
Oh,
they
the
do
winner.
something. Unless they do something
Oh,
with
the
his face.
forward
Come in,
pass,
forward.
Forward
Forward.
pass.
Come
And here's
on.
some wrestling. We haven't seen much wrestling.
No, we
tonight.
haven't.
We haven't seen any atomic drop, sleeper hold,
No.
Kodak.
Here's
the
the-
Back it goes. Oh, look at that. They read that beautifully. Orford
Orford.
tidy up. Way goes to the puff with the pill. Back it comes now.
Puff doesn't want to be tackled anymore, does he?
Puffs tackled shy. Matt-Eye with the ball. Way it goes on the far side. Back to one of the
he's
Pig and Lion.
I tell you what, he dummied to no one.
No, he
Oh,
doesn't
you
do it.
haven't seen that since Benny Elias pointed to no one years ago in a state of origin.
Ball, big ball up. They might be able to do something here. Plan C or D. Oh, no.
One on, loving that.
No, that's
Sexy man on, not so sexy.
And Pig and Lion coming in to tidy up. Back comes to Turner now. Titan Turner. Oh, look, we're not going to see it. Oh, did I see that? He just spun around
Yeah, a
and turned
bit of
into
a spin,
tackle.
but that's all right. The players are having a break, I think. A bit of a
True,
breather.
they're having a breather.
Yeah.
One-on-one there. Beautiful
Yeah.
work there. Oh, just got
your
him.
knee in the
But,
head.
yeah.
Why not?
And away it comes now to, I think, Hoffman there with the ball. 1, 2, on to Lima maybe with the ball now. It's a bit of a quiet period here.
It is, isn't it? Well, that's because the crowd are shell-shocked.
Yeah,
they
don't know where to look.
Here's Crocker. God almighty,
Crocker
he can
knocked
play
over.
rugby league. I mean, you can never call Crocker a cream puff.
There goes the camera.
Unlike what, Mo?
Cronk with the ball. Cronk with the ball. Look at the kick from Cronk. He's going to pull it up and he in goal.
No, he can land it on a sixpence. He can land it on a sixpence, that bloke.
Oh, look, just a bit further than he wanted it. Cronk.
Yeah.
Did he make it in the sexiest man in the league?
Yeah, he was runner-up.
Yeah, runner-up, I know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get a response
And he's
from him.
sexy when you look at him.
Yeah, he's incredible.
It hadn't occurred to me, but now you say it.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody took him home tonight.
Well,
You know.
it may well happen.
Now, Orford there. Away it goes. He won't be on the bus. He'll just be the missing one.
That's right.
By himself.
That's right. I mean, there's bound to be some cheeky baby who doesn't mind going home with number 2. But that's rugby league, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's a beautiful game. And that fact will be recorded in the Hall of Fame, won't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Back it comes now with Manly with the ball. They're making some yards now.
Yeah, they are, but I tell you what, Melbourne are in very good rhythm, HG. They're in rugby league rhythm.
Oh, they're right in composure. They're in their comfort zone. Here's
Here's
Beaver.
Beaver!
Oh, he's lost his head.
Oh,
there.
without a helmet.
Oh, leave him
is that
alone.
what he looks like? God, he's sexy.
Oh, knock on to play the ball. They pick it up. The Storm have got the ball back. And this is Folau with the ball.
it's not
God,
Beaver's
they can
night.
hurt
It's
you.
not
Away it
Beaver's
comes
night.
now. Here comes the runner. Looks like Crocker on the ball.
He's a tough man.
Yeah,
You
tough
can't say he's a
man.
cream puff.
No.
It's not Beaver's night, is it?
It's not the
I
beast.
mean, everything
no.
he touches, you give him goal, he turns to shit.
Cameron
doesn't
Smith, he gets it on to King. King knocked over on the signage. Oh, they're going to lift him up. They tried to pull his leg off. Orford got something in the eye there,
he? Did
too.
he? Oh, well,
Sadly.
that can happen. No, let's get Beaver involved again.
Cameron Smith onto Lima.
He still
Lima
hasn't got a
travelling
helmet.
up.
I didn't know what the bloke looked like.
No,
till
it was
tonight.
great. It was refreshing.
I know. It's like
Did he
the
go in the
Phantom
poll?
revealed.
Did he go in the poll?
Well, you looking at him now, you'd think he would have polled very well.
Cronk out wide. He looks to unload, but he hangs onto the ball. That's Inglis with the ball, playing way off the ruck. Here it comes to Crocker. Crocker back into the middle under Cameron Smith. Decides to go himself.
Ball taken very high.
Yes, he's placed the
Very
ball back.
high.
Back there, they pick it up.
Okay,
Here's Cronk.
Okay.
Cronk! Back it comes to
Sexiest man in the league.
Back he makes a bit of a...
Oh, he can't make a break, can he?
No,
Give it
they
a Beaver! We want some amusement.
They can't get it out of their own zone. Here's Maddie with the ball, running it back for the Manly Sea Eagles. 10-0, almost half-time.
Yep.
Steve Bell with the ball.
Yeah, Bell
Ding dong
taking a lot
he's
of pressure
come-
off the forwards.
Yeah, I know, give
Like
the forwards
what,
a rest.
Mo?
What, Mo? the Puckmeister.
Yeah,
back
where
to
is the
line.
puff? Here he is. Come on, what, Mo? Oh, good one, mate. Yes,
Yeah,
good,
that's
very
right.
good.
He's had
Yeah.
enough. And this is the kid they brought on, Bryant, I think.
Yeah, it
having a
is.
breather already.
Yeah.
So they must have got the A-team out there.
Well, he's knocked up.
This
Has
is
Beaver got his helmet back again? Because
I
I'd
hope
like to
so.
see a close-up of the Beaver without his helmet, so
He's
everyone can
off.
enjoy him.
Orford. There's the kick.
Oh,
lovely kick.
He
Did
can
he-
land it on a sixpence.
No, he can land on a 6 months, but it
Yeah.
wasn't a 40-20, was it?
No, I don't think so, HG. I think he was just outside the
And
20.
a lovely spit there. If it
Yeah.
only had lobbed on the lens of the camera, it would have been even
Yeah,
better.
it would have been even better.
Is
That's
it
right.
good to see players still have the presence of mind to know where the camera is and not spit at it?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes to go now.
Hasler looking around to see who else is in the box there. He thought Tuvey was in there with him for a while.
Yeah, no, Tubes is
What are you
down
doing
on
up
the
here,
ground.
Tubes?
Yeah,
Now I have
no,
to bounce
just
on the other
missed out.
side. Yeah, okay. So Storm feed.
So Storm are going to have the feed and the loose head.
Hey, that's right.
People don't talk loose head
No,
anymore
no.
about scrums, but
Well,
it's important.
I tell you what,
There's
se-
Beaver with the helmet back on.
And the number 8's going into the tunnel. Looks as though they're going to patch up work. Cross on him. He came in under injury cloud, maybe going for an early half-time mark.
Yeah.
As we see Cronk feed the scrum. Cronk,
Yeah.
the name says rugby league to you.
Does.
does it,
I
Ryan?
love
Oh,
the
no,
name
it's
Cooper
fantastic.
Cronk. Oh, it was always my dream to see Scott Cronk play with Cooper Cronk, but it never happened.
With Peter Tunks as the coach.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been great. Crocker with the ball. You can't call him soft. He's
No.
No. They've got the 20 out there now. This is Afamasenga.
Yeah,
For,
whom I like, and you
yeah.
can't say he's a cream puff either.
No, he's very much your Kitchener bun of rugby league players. Back it goes now.
Yeah.
Cameron Smith. Oh, they're rolling up though. They're rolling up.
They're making easy yards.
They are. He's. I think it might be Clint Newton with the ball buried underneath that Manly arse.
And hasn't he been a credit to his old man?
Oh, he has. The golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, the Storm. They're playing well within the zone. They're 10-0. Cooper Cronk on the kick there. He's turned him around. He's got it to stop.
Oh,
has
might have
he?
gone too far again,
No,
HG.
just again too far.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
confidence boosting there. They can all have a breather.
Oh, well, it puts them up there. That's where they want Manly to have the ball.
That's
for
right.
sure. For sure. They don't want Manly to have the ball in their own red zone.
Their own red
They
zone.
don't.
You know the red zone's gone out of rugby league
Oh, I
fashion.
still use it. I like it.
Yeah, good. Back
Oh,
it comes to,
yeah.
looks like it's going to be play back to Monahan. Monahan goes wide looking for a runner. He finds one who lumbers up a few metres. Oh, he's knocked over
Yeah,
there.
it's
So
Kite.
Kite there.
Let's see. What, Mo? Here's
Watmo with the ball. Beautiful pass. He doesn't want to be tackled. No, he's tackle shy. Here's the pick and line. Back it comes to, let's see, Matai with the ball. He goes one way and then the other way. Oh, I tell you what's going to be important, half-time.
Yeah.
Because Hasler's got to get him in the room.
Oh, well, Gus was right. I mean, he's got to put their footy heads on. He's got to make them realise that it's not about the sexiest man in league anymore.
No, it's not about this show, buddy.
Rugby league. I mean, forget it. That competition's done.
I know. The sexiest man.
Stewart won.
Yeah. And Cooper Cronk came second. There's a great kick under enormous pressure. Can they make something here?
Oh, he took his eye off the ball. Who took his eye off the ball? Was that Lion?
Well, I don't know that they've got it out from the
It's 6 more tackles, I believe.
Righto, we've got the 6
Okay,
more
if they don't
tackles.
score here, they're bugging.
Oh, he's hanging on to it. Monahan out wide. They've got a chance on the Matai. Matai gets away from one. Can I check the grounding on that?
Check the grounding. Let's go upstairs, Bill.
Right, we've got to go upstairs.
He might have been held up.
I'm going to check the grounding.
Watmo's there, the cream puff. Of course, he'd be trying to cash in on a bit of the glory. Can I just make it clear, Watmo had nothing to do with this try, if it's called a try?
Matai comes back.
He was there, and
they don't look that confident, Manly. They don't
But he
look
had
that
nothing to
confident.
do with it. I'm telling
I
you
know,
now.
that's
That's a
Watmo
fact.
now.
That's a fact.
Let's have a look here. The grounding is what we're interested in.
Yes.
He's going to get turtled, is he? Just as he comes down. Where's the ground?
Where's the grass? Give us a look at the
Oh, the
bloody
grass.
grass.
The picture's all wrong.
That's
That's
the
brilliant
important thing.
defence.
I mean,
That is brilliant defence.
Hopeless.
No.
How they missed the crucial bit.
I know.
That camera work is hopeless.
Bill's got a big problem on his hands here next door. Oh, he's got the laptop.
Well,
He's having a
Bill's
look
got
at
to
it.
guess what might have happened.
Yes. Oh, they're going to award a try, aren't they?
Yeah, tries, guys.
Try. Yeah, they robbed Melbourne there.
Yeah. Well,
Brilliant
that's good. It's
defence.
made the game more interesting, but I can make it clear, just repeat, Watmo had nothing to do with that try.
10-4.
This try is brought to you by former Panther Craig Gower, now in France enjoying his chocolate eclairs and cafe au lait.
And let's have a look at that. It's knocked back there. Manly pick up the ball. Here comes the bit that we're interested in. We actually, we're concerned about the grounding. Matai gets away from one. It's great. That is great
Well, we didn't
defence,
see it
though.
either. We didn't see it either.
No, we didn't.
I mean, Bill is he's used gestalt. He's used gestalt. He's made assumptions that the ball hit the ground, but we didn't see it.
And now we have Orford about the kick. Very difficult kick here.
I think he was runner-up sexiest man of the league 3 years ago.
Was he? Geez, lost a lot since then, hasn't he?
Oh, I don't know.
It's just hard to know.
It's an
hard
acquired taste.
You know, is there rules for the sexiest man? No, he's missed by miles.
Yeah.
The score remains at 10-4. There's the half-time hooter. We'll take this short break and be back with a wrap for the first half on the Boot Part 2.
You are saying goodbye yesterday. Hello tomorrow at the Festival of the Boot Part 2 here on Triple J. Yoo-hoo! Tribes of the Pacific.
Bored, fit, and nothing to do at your place? You want to get a toehold in an expanding, exciting economy? Got the travel bug? Why not join the ranks of the 457 crew with the International Employment Permit Specialists, Roy and HG, and see the world? Roy and HG are the people managers who are turning labour supply on its head.
Well, what an exciting first half in the Boot Part 2. In the 14-minute mark, Fat Tony Quinn blitzed them down the, what I call the left-hand side. 4-0 converted from wide out by, well, actually, he made great ground and got under the black dot and converted from dead in front by Smith. Then Inglis went over on the right-hand side, became 10-0. It hit the post on the Cameron Smith conversion. And then what I consider the tragedy of the match is that Bill Harrigan awarded a try to Matai to get the Manly side back into it at 10-4, not converted from wide out from Orford. Roy, it was a great first half. What will Des Hasler be saying to the Manly team in the rooms?
Well, I think he'll reinforce the things we discussed before, HG. Without doubt, he'll be talking about shape and focus and being composed. And to just forget about the sexiest man in league competition. I mean, I think he's got to make it clear that that competition has come and gone.
Yeah.
And Manly won, sure.
Yeah.
Brett Stewart is the sexiest man in league.
Yeah, fact.
But let's get over that and focus on a little bit of rugby league, if you don't mind.
Now.
And if Des can get that message through, and I think Tuvi's been sending that message out, and we saw in the last few minutes, they actually scored a try because they were thinking about rugby league.
Yeah.
And they actually ended up with the ball in the red zone.
Can I ask what he says? He has to take Watmo aside and have a quiet word.
Yeah.
What would the word be?
Grow up.
And we'll take the short break and come back with the boot part two in a few minutes' time. Enjoy the entertainment at halftime and think of Frankie Hyde. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes they call.
So there. This is 150 years of AFL and 100 years of rugby league. That's the Festival of the Boot Parts 1 and 2, live on Triple J.
Well, it's been exciting down in the rooms, and now the Manly Seagulls brought out by young, fit Matty Orford. We think he might have pulled very well in the Sexes Man League competition some years ago. Sadly, the bloke behind him won it this year. And if you don't know an update on that, look at that tremendous cheerleading, and I'm so pleased the Rugby League saw sense to bring Australia's finest cheerleaders here this evening as part of the festivities here. And Monaghan's wandering out the last one out. And look, Manly, they went into the rooms, they were quiet. Obviously, Craig Bellamy, Bulldozer Bellamy, has held the players in the rooms for longer than normal, and they're about to run out now onto the field. Orford laying down the law, trying to explain that we're going back to Plan A.
Yes.
Plan A. Nice spit there. Thanks, Matty.
He's done that before. That's his second spit of the night.
I know, and that bit of the ground is pretty sodden now.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
here's Billy Slater on screen.
They
now.
look more relaxed, don't they?
Oh, they look very relaxed
Very much
here.
at ease.
Falau tipping a bit of water over himself.
Looks like beer he's putting on his head, which I think's good.
No, and it always attracts the flies. There's obviously a bunch of Manly players there who think...
There's the brother of the Sexiest Man in League.
Yeah, there's a bloke with
Beaver with his head
Beaver. Leave it to Beaver. And now the... obviously, the Melbourne Storm, the Molly Meldrums coming out on... it was Lima trying to get excited. Oh, he's stretching his jaw out.
Yeah.
Obviously took
well,
one
he
early.
probably took a few and took one at the back door by the looks of things too. He's a bit of a fiddle there, as you want to do.
And the number 4 there for the Storm, obviously, Falau.
Israel Folau, God, he's played well.
He has. And
Yeah.
he may come into it as it goes along. King's had a big game
A big
so far.
game. Well, this is his last game, you know.
Last game, he's off to
yeah,
England, I
off
think.
To England, yeah.
And the
Oh,
6th there, of course, Greg Inglis, a brilliant player.
scored a very soft try.
Yeah.
Went straight through the puff, didn't he? The matchstick, the cream matchstick.
The sponge kiss.
Sponge kiss.
The lamington with cream. The... no, you know, what a game he's had. He won't forget this one. He won't forget his first half, no matter what he does in the second half. He just won't forget the first half. That's, of course, young Avio Watmow, Anthony Watmow. Polled very poorly in Sexes Man.
He did.
He did, you know.
And people have maintained that that's really affected his form.
you know, when they got the organisers got the invitation, or you know, the suggestion, the nomination form, they spat at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
they
I
didn't
know.
want to know, but
Yeah.
they had to put it in, of course, obviously for transparency. T&C conditions.
We're underway!
In the second half of the boot, part 2. And Billy Slater, who's had a blinder so far, gets the ball back to Cross. Now, you were telling me that Cross...
Yeah, that might be Brett
Oh,
White.
Brett Kite.
Yeah,
Brett
Kite.
White.
Yeah, White.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say about Cross, who's off at the moment, I suspect. 'cause
I
he's
don't think.
the winner.
I think he'd be back. He did his job.
Yeah, he did enough. He's gone back to look at his young
Look at
kids.
this. Oh, here's a man who
still
does more.
going. Now that's Lima.
Yeah.
Lima, who was fiddling with the back door earlier on the way
Yeah,
out.
paid off.
Way it comes now. Ooh.
Beaver nearly lost his headgear again.
Oh, yeah. That's the 10 there. That's
That's really rattled
White.
that bloke.
White.
And can I just say, Watmo had nothing to do with that tackle?
No, it's true.
No surprises there. Is
Cameron
Watmo
Smith.
out there? Is he
I
out
haven't
there?
seen Watmo yet. Beaver said, Watmo is there. You'll be pleased to know
Yeah,
the
good.
sponge kiss is out there. Here comes to Cameron Smith. They decide to give it a roost there, and that's Inglis doing the kicking job.
Yes,
I
very
can't win out a
high,
shot.
very high.
Oh! He lost the ball in the tackle.
Oh, no, he's not well. Oh,
he's
no, he's not
completely
well.
out of bounds.
No,
That's
no,
the second
he's
man.
had it.
He's
This
gone.
is
They've got to
not
stop.
This
It's
is
got to
stop
stop
the game.
Stop the game.
Get
That was
the
bound to
ambulance out
happen.
there. That's shocking.
That was bound to happen. Sooner or later.
And I think Slater was
Oh,
doing that
Watmo's
as well.
mouthing off. Oh, no, it's not Watmo. It's Pig and Lion who's mouthing off.
Yeah, Lions. Well, that was his go, remember, earlier in the day. I mean, it was Crocker's go on this occasion, though. And I think he...
Now, let's have a look here.
Now-
Who's the one who makes the first contact? They just bang straight over him. Slater and Crocker. But he
and
took the
Crocker.
ball. I'd like to know what Bill thought of that. And Crocker goes on with it, having knocked it out.
Well-
Bang.
Lordy. That's all that's beautiful about rugby league. There,
He
right
just splits
there.
it.
in the split
There.
section. Yeah.
That's it. That's why people play rugby league. That's why mums have their kids going to rugby league lessons and coaching clinics to end up
Yeah.
sexiest man in league ironed out flat
Ironed
in
out.
a grand final.
Yeah. He hit Slater too, so Crocker's actually taken out the two fullbacks, which is no mean feat. I can't recall that ever happened before. And that's, you know, Crocker is definitely an impact player. You'd have to say, but no. I hope.
I tell you, he's got his work cut out.
I hope this isn't tragic.
No, it won't be tragic.
It's going to spoil a good game of rugby league.
It's rugby league. Look, he keeps his eye on it. There's one, bang, high, and then the other one, high, bang.
Yeah.
But he did have possession of the ball.
What he did. And look at Crocker's instinct. Crocker's instinct was to grab that ball and run on.
I know.
You've got to take your hat off to the bloke. He's got a rugby league mind.
He has. They're in plan A now.
Yeah.
What's Tony Archer rule? There's Toovey out there.
There's Tubes is mailing
talking
off.
to
Of course,
Toovey's out there in the blue shirt.
Something to say.
And scratching his ear at the same time.
yeah.
Oh, you know, he's very...
Well, they look concerned here, HG. He hasn't moved, and Crocker's, of course, justifiably proud.
of his work, because he'll get that in the Hall of Fame, for certain, for sure.
Certain, $10 million.
Sure and certain.
Yeah. And you've got to ask yourself, you know, I suppose the thing, though, that be troubling the Manly players is Stuart Silk going to be the sexiest man in the league?
After the hit?
After the hit.
Oh, I think people...
We did postulate this.
Yes, that he might not be by the end of the match.
Look, can I just say they can't take it away from him? Doesn't matter what happens here tonight. He won.
That's something he'll take forever.
He can take that home with him. I mean, when he wakes up in a couple of months, you know.
Am I still? Will be his first question.
In the wheelchair, you know.
Yeah. Well, I hope they can find a way of getting him off. Do they have a medevac system here?
They will.
He's going to play on.
Which is good.
That's
I don't think
sign.
he won't be playing again. You know, I know they have great recuperative powers, the wrestlers.
Look, I noticed the one thing that Toovey isn't crouching over, holding up fingers in a hand. That's what I always like to see.
Yeah.
He's looking
better. He's looking sexy there, as a matter of fact.
In that bruised and battered sort of way. He's all the go.
Sort of way.
Yeah, all the go.
Chicks go for that.
They do. Vulnerable blokes. It's all the rage.
I don't know how Crocker polls.
There's Glenn, his brother there. Obviously didn't poll that well. Crocker, I think, refused to go in it on principle. He thought it was rigged.
Yeah. No, I'd be surprised if he comes back.
Is he in Coosbane?
He's done enough this year.
I think so.
You'd have to say.
And Williamson's going to go and play at fullback, is he?
Well, yeah, this is Plan B.
So it is Plan B.
This is Plan B.
If I put the lock at fullback.
I suspect maybe Turner to go to fullback. Or maybe, let's see, they might Beaver could go.
Oh, I'd love to see the Beaver at fullback.
Well, everyone would.
Yeah.
A lot of people maintain that Beaver...
I know he's talking. He's talking.
Yeah, but it may not be much sense, actually.
Oh, no, that's true.
He might have said,
don't think...
what's the voting?
Well... Look, can I just say, Roy, rugby league and sense...
Oh, they often don't dance very closely.
So they've given a penalty to Manly for it?
No, it's play on.
Play on.
There was no misdemeanor.
Okay.
But I thought he knocked on.
What did he rule, a two-man strip?
I don't know. No, there's no penalty. But he lost the ball. He knocked on.
Exactly.
It should have been a scrum.
Yeah, should have been a scrum.
God,
that's liven things up. I know. It's very cruel, isn't it? Here's Robbo, the sponge kiss. He's involved. There he goes. Knocked over. He's a cream match, I'll tell you. Back on the Williamson, who's come into his right position by the looks at lock. And the number 13 there, playing it back to Monaghan. Monaghan decides to kick to give everybody a touch of sanity
but
briefly.
He's got them all offside.
Oh, shocking kick, though. And they're going to try and do it to him. But it bounced up. Oh, yes.
Beaver's involved.
Beaver's involved. I like that.
Well, Beaver has a deep sense of justice.
Does he? A fair play.
Deep sense of justice.
Here's the 5-forward Storm.
And I don't know how Crocker feels knowing Beaver's going to come at him.
He'd be very nervous.
He would be.
He'd be looking for hearing the footsteps.
Yeah, he'd be looking over his shoulder all the time for the rest of his life.
Back it come to Inglis off dummy half.
Easy yard.
That's
Walk
great
straight
work
through the cream puff, of course.
Inglis there. Slater up in the line. He goes one way, gets the ball away. On the far side, it's knocked down.
No, it was a player involved there. A player in the way. It's going to be a penalty to the Storm.
Yep, Storm
Just,
have it.
You cannot hang around like that. I don't care who your brother is. I don't care how sexy he is. You're not allowed to be there. You can shake your head ruefully all you like, clown.
Clown kite. As we see it in replay now, Slater. He tried to strip him there straight away. Then he gets the ball away.
Slater threw it fair at him because he knew he was offside.
He's
a cunning player, Slater.
Oh, yeah, no wonder. Oh, look, here we are in the rooms.
In the dressing room. Well, there we are.
Yeah.
There you have it. There's your pictures there.
That's what'll go in the Hall of Fame. He's going to have a shot at goal.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't he?
Well, true. I don't know how far he is out. I can't read the numbers there.
35, I suppose.
Well, it looks like 40.
35.
To me,
if it was 40, you could do that.
I suppose so. He's a professional.
Yeah.
And with a fairly clear
there's
head.
Kite still ruefully. He doesn't know why.
Why he's bothered to stand there. Why he bothered to turn up.
Yeah, look, isn't that an interesting shot there?
That's fantastic.
With that camera. Look at that new camera angle. That's confusing.
fantastic.
That's going to make people vomit. Isn't it? I'm all confused. Where are we now? What's this game? Where are we? Is this Formula One?
Now, here we go.
Sad to see Mark Webber find an new way of getting out of it.
A win, a podium finish.
Yeah.
Why, it's just fantastic.
Fantastic.
You know, the bloke is an absolute genius. As we see now a quiet moment here after the action of flattening the sexiest man in league and carting him off.
Well, that's right, but I tell you what, HG.
Time's on.
Strap yourself in. This is going to be one hell of a second.
I'm in, Roy. I'm strapped.
Yep.
As Cameron Smith, who's missed one from wide out tonight, must be worrying about
it was an easy
confidence.
one too.
It was a relatively easy one, only on the touchline. Back it comes, there it goes.
Easy.
Oh, no, I can't tell that.
It
Flags
says slewed away to the side.
Cameron Smith's missed a couple tonight. So the score remains at 10-4.
This is Finals Football. The Boots, Part 1 and 2, saying goodbye yesterday, hello tomorrow, live on Triple J.
Yes, Cameron Smith disappointed there on the restart. The Storm have the ball back again. Lima goes through. 44 minutes into the second half.
Yeah.
And we get up and play the ball.
Smith, easy yards now. I'll cut you up the middle
now.
now. Quick dummy half running. That's what we're going to see.
Cameron Smith there. Crocker now, the man with the ball. Lima now with the ball. Back he comes, powering it up. Williamson has to grab.
Easy yards. That's 30 or 40 yards they've made in 2 tackles.
Cameron Smith still a dummy half, looking for runners now. He's got Cronk onto the number 11 there. It's the number 11 who
Yeah,
just
it's Clint
couldn't go
Newton.
anywhere.
That's Jack's young man. Yeah, Jack's boy. He'd be very proud.
I'd be very, very proud. Back it goes to
proud.
Billy Slater, coming up and dummy half onto Crocker.
Easy, Crocker! Woohoo! Crocker!
Swept in, Roy.
Well, they've never lost with this bloke on board, and you can see why. Normally they end up with no one on the other side opposing them.
The difficulty
that
here
Crocker is
is
just
there's no
a-
defence.
Just the right man and the right occasion. No fullback, no one at home.
Well-
As we thought, they put in their winger there as a substitute fullback. Wasn't up to it.
No, let's have a look at some replay briefly. Here comes Crocker now.
Yeah, Turner. It was Turner who was found wanting here as
the number
fullback.
2. Here
Yeah.
he is, Titan Turner. Not a
home,
incorrect
Hayden.
tackling. Put
No
his head
technique.
I know, no technique. Didn't stand in front of him.
Didn't put
take
his body
head
on the
off,
line.
Didn't take his head off.
The sexiest man in the league would have just stood in front of that.
Fantastic. Of course he would have. Well, so the score now moves on to 14-4.
This try brought to you by the Manly Sea Eagles, the attractive face of bowel cancer across Australia.
Crocker with a kick to come. Cameron Smith probably get
Well,
this
will
one.
Smith take this one? You'd have to think he might think, well, I better give it to someone else.
And so what a dramatic second half in the boot part 2. Hello tomorrow, goodbye yesterday. Crocker now gets a try off the bench.
Yeah.
He's
I can't recall him scoring a try before.
in a grand final.
In a
No,
grand
he's
final.
talking to the bench now.
No, but how proud he must feel.
Oh,
He's
it's
taken
incredible.
out a fullback,
He's
damaged another one, and
he-
scored a try.
and dipped out on the sexiest man in the league. He doesn't have that baggage.
He doesn't care about
He doesn't.
that.
I know. He
I
doesn't.
asked him, I said, does it worry you? You're not the sexiest man. No.
Cameron Smith, here he goes, gets it up, and he's missed that
He's
as
missed
well.
that again.
Hit the
He's hooking them
poster.
all to the
2
left.
posters.
Oh, no. There's a crisis of confidence happening here.
Absolutely, but it's 14-4. Sadly, the Seagulls need to do some thinking here.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that...
I mean, Smith must wonder what's going on.
Look at this. This is
It's
very
so
soft.
soft.
Orford gives up something awful
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I mean, admittedly, it's not his job to do all the defence
No.
for the side as well as play. Bellamy's
Bellamy's
up.
excited. He likes
Yeah,
it.
I know.
I
So
tell you
it's-
what, he'd be disappointing with Cameron Smith's kicking.
But they get the ball back here and off they come. Oh, that's a big hit. That's
Can
a
I just
very
say,
big hit.
Watmo was not involved in
No,
that hit?
mercifully he wasn't. No, that's very good.
Yep.
But the other forward was the one we want to call White, whose real
Yeah,
name is
he's
Kite.
Kite.
There is, again, they're
Yep.
involved. And who's the bloke who's had the kitty? Is it Brent Cross? Ben Cross.
Yeah, he's off, HG.
He's off, yeah. Oh, okay. Here's
Here's
Crocker again.
winding up.
And
Beaver.
Beaver had to go
Beaver
low to
doesn't
get him.
forget
Cameron
it.
Smith now with a dummy half. On it comes to Lima. Lima just got flattened a moment ago, but he's
Yep.
backing up for more work.
Back better than ever.
He loves it. Back it
Right.
comes now. They kick now. There's the kick. They should have taken the kicker out. Look, they've turned him around.
No. Bring it back. Bring it
Okay.
back. Oh, no, the kicking
Cronk.
game's gone wobbly. You know, Cronk's not happy.
Cronk.
I tell you what, Crocker, I see Crocker as the real leader in the team.
Crocker, the
Crocker's their
so this is
real
out of the
leader.
Full, is it? Ooh, so
Yeah.
it is.
Yep,
yes,
yep,
so that's
yep,
good.
yep, yep.
I
No,
said
great
sorry,
apology.
blokes.
Yeah, no worries,
Sorry,
mate.
blokes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we'll be
right.
right.
You're right. Yeah,
Yeah, very good. Very good. Yep. No.
Yep, no, we move on.
I'm now officially the sexiest man out here because the other bloke is off.
Well, he is. He's the sexiest man on the paddock.
No, because the sexiest man who won the competition isn't here anymore.
Isn't here anymore,
Manly
no.
with the ball now. The try scorer, Steve Utai. I was going to say Matt Utai.
Yeah, well, that'd be
Steve
good.
Maddie.
Yeah.
Steve Utai, be good to get
He'd
him
be
out
great.
there. I know.
I haven't seen him play yet, but I've heard big raps.
Jason King with the ball, I think, for Manly there, getting up and playing it backwards. Wyatt goes now. Ooh, Williamson thought he was getting it, went on to
now,
Orford.
is there any attack here? Is there any attack
out wide,
here?
Titan Turner with the ball.
Turner,
No, it's not Turner, it's Robertson. Robertson, tries to get an unload but can't. He always tried to go on a pig and line. Do you reckon pig and line plays out of position?
Yeah, he does.
Back to
sure.
Orford. Orford now, decoy runner there with the cream
Stewart.
puff going through.
Yeah, no,
and now the other
Stewart, I
Stewart
think.
with
Yeah, the
the
other
cream
Stewart.
puff went through as the decoy
Oh, the
runner.
cream puff. No one's going to give it to the puff anymore.
that's
Why
right.
would you?
Out wide it comes. Here's
cut out pass.
Maddie.
Cut out pass. Cut out the
Maddie
puff.
and Steve Ding Dong Bell comes in at dummy half. A lot of pressure here. This is the fifth one, so they're going to have to kick it. It's a big
it's a
wobbly
wobbly
old kick.
one.
And does nothing.
does
Restart
nothing.
from the 22.
No pressure. That was a really...
Oh,
red-
yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks.
no worries.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
carry
Stay
on.
on.
Yep.
Stay on. Don't worry about it.
Try it again.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
I said try it again.
Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that's goal. Not quite, buddy. I don't think so. So restart Melbourne. Here they come. They've got 80 metres to go to get another try. Lima, he's a workhorse.
He's
this
a
bloke.
worker. Now, we should see Crocker coming up soon too, unless Cameron Smith decides to take some cheap yards.
No, it's not
No.
Crocker. It's the other bloke with
The
the
other
Crimea
bloke.
head.
Crimea, yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah,
He's
Hoffman. Tales of Hoffman.
And
Tales of
Guy's
Hoffman.
coming on the tap. 2 is coming out.
Well, that'd be fantastic.
To see the tap 2
Yeah.
out there,
Yeah.
that would be really something. People would love to see this in the Hall of Fame video selection.
They
Wade
went,
goes on the other
here
side. He
is
went
this.
round one way and then came back the other. Here's Newton. Getting tap 2 and Newton out there together. That'd weave some magic. And running from dummy half now.
Here
and
is
away
the
they go.
leader. Here's the leader, the hitman.
Oh, he's up there. They've made easy yards here. They're going to have to kick on this one. Cameron goes back to Cronk. Cronk's going to do something
Up
here.
and under, that's Inglis.
No, Inglis, sorry. Went the other side. Oh, can they take another one out? It's the other
That's
bloke.
Robertson.
Yes, Robertson with the ball now. He's run back and he's knocked over. There's 50 minutes played of the boot part 2. 30 minutes to go, half an hour. Orford with the ball. Up they come. Maddie knocked over by a big reception committee of Stormers. Away goes to Ding Dong Bell. Bell goes one way, then the other way. Can't find a way.
He's
Hole
hard
in
to
the
put
ground.
down, but he's a
so
hard man.
He's so hard to put down. Cronk comes in and knocks him over in the end. He gets up and plays the ball back to Maddie. Maddie then running away.
the puff.
The puff. The
good
first
luck.
time he's
God.
touched the ball in the second half.
Yeah,
We played
he must have made about 2 yards.
10 minutes, and that's the first time. Here's the other Kite playing not as well as he can tonight. I don't think because he's opposing Crocker, which is very difficult.
Yeah.
Monaghan there, and Orford decides to kick, take it out late by Crocker. He's turned around.
The beautiful thing about Crocker is he brings that sort of Lee Crooks uncertainty.
Oh, he does.
Doesn't he?
Oh, they're a bit of a back slamming there from
a
the
bit of a
puff.
face massage too from the puff.
from
That's
the
his go.
Back to Slater. Sends on to the number 5 there for the Storm. I think we haven't seen much of Fat Tony Quinn except when he scored a try. Now, is that Gaia there with the ball?
This is Gaia.
Is it Gaia? Is the tap
gotta
2
be.
out there?
It's got
No, it's the 13. It's the lock.
No, it's the lock. He's taking his.
It's
helmet
Dallas
off.
Johnson. Yeah, he's taking his headgear
taking
off.
his headgear off, so we wouldn't confuse him with the Tales of Hoffman.
Oh, that's
And-
very considerate of him.
Yeah, and
Cameron,
like,
and then Cameron
Cross is
Smith.
back out there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
now
Cross
he-
is back out there.
Now he's dedicating this game to his
To his
young
young
kiddie.
daughter, yeah.
The eye gouging and the
Yeah,
boot up
all
the
of
date.
that.
All
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the young
yeah.
kiddie's enjoying it.
That's
isn't
right.
he?
She'd love it.
Right, great kick there, right
Might
in the
go a
end
bit
goal there.
deep,
It's
too
going to go
deep.
down. Oh, too big. He's had 3 of those tonight, and they've all gone too big.
Yeah, you think he'd learn Cronk?
Well, that may not be Cronk, is it?
No, it's not.
But it can't be the bloke who kicked it,
that
surely, because
Brett
it was
White.
White.
Brett White doesn't kick.
No,
God,
just
there's
some...
no way you can get Whitey to kick.
No. He played 51 minutes of the boot part 2, and it's a bit of a stalemate for the minute. Melbourne 14, Manly 4. But the Storm...
Oh, good one. Now, who was that? That was
Now,
beautiful bit of work there. King, Jason King, beautiful.
There was no pressure on him there.
No,
He just knocked
on
it
your
on
Kingy. Good one, mate.
Doesn't he look like a rugby league player?
He does. Well, he's the
Look,
modern
here he
face
is.
of rugby league,
Oh, look, he didn't expect to get it, even though he was...
even though he put his hands out.
And look, he's there tidying up
Oh, and getting a bit of a...
a Raz
Yeah.
from the 13, the lock, Dallas Johnson. They're great mates off the park.
Oh,
They
they're
often go
good-
pig
very
shooting
good
together.
mates, yeah.
Very good mates.
Yeah.
They share a house together.
They
It's an
might
odd
do.
thing. You know, one lives in Manly, one lives in Melbourne, but
Yeah.
they share a house.
When
somewhere
one's
around
in
Auburn.
town, you've always got a bed to sleep in.
Cronk there, tidies up from the dummy half. Inglis goes almost
he's dangerous,
through.
Inglis,
Williamson helped him out to knock him down there. He gets up and plays the ball back. Cameron Smith's had a great game. Oh, big hit there. That might be Watmo, the cream puff there, just putting himself in the way.
All right. He stumbled over Watmo.
He fell over.
The cream puff. Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
that can happen.
Here they come now. Here's the 10 charging forward, Brett White. Brett White, you can see the line just in the top of the screen there. They're about
3
5
tackles
minutes
here
ago.
to get 2 metres.
They might go back a bit further to give him a bit of space. They found one onto Cronk. Away it goes on the pass. A forward
King,
pass.
easy.
Oh, I reckon that's a forward pass.
I don't think so. Easy.
I want to go upstairs. I bet you
no,
he'll go
there's
upstairs.
nothing wrong with that pass, actually. That was beautiful. That was good. No, he's what I'd call a flat pass.
King
King is
scores.
in.
So that's 18-4. It's starting to blow.
It is. It is. It is. And so easy, really, in the end, wasn't it? I mean, it's just a case of numbers and barging over and pushing someone out of the way. No D.
This try brought to you by the Manly Sea Eagles, the attractive face of bowel cancer across Australia.
And here's the pass on to King there from
Slater.
Slater.
But there are plenty of numbers there. In fact, it's 3 on 2. Beaver went missing, obviously, naturally, as he does.
No sign of the puff out there either.
No, Puff totally missing.
King scores
Didn't even
a try.
lie down there for someone to slip on him. This is the
King
Puff's
falls.
go these days.
It is. That's the way he gets most of his tackles, is by falling in front of the advancing
People
line.
skid on him.
That's right. He leaves a brown trail
Skid on
around
the
place
cream.
and fall over. Now he's gone upstairs. The video referee.
Yeah.
Try!
Yeah. Why did we go upstairs? Was there something wrong with the grounding?
I didn't even think about it. I've got to say, I didn't want it. Thanks for the spin.
Thanks for the spin. Good luck.
That's great. Really good. As we
Yeah,
watch
let's
on
have a look
replay,
again.
look, cut
Yeah,
from the other
yeah,
side.
yeah.
There, that pass there.
No, that was perfect. Flat ball. Yeah, beautiful. I'll tell you, it was one of those interesting things where they didn't have the numbers. In fact, it was 2 attackers on 3 fenders, and they just barged their way out.
I know, King's hard to stop, but, you know, that is a very big try there in the context of the game, Roy. In the context of the game.
It's
Huge. Now, I bet you Cameron Smith converts this one, even though it's probably the most difficult kick of the night.
Well, he's going to have to make adjustments to his technique, isn't he? Just
Technique,
kick a little
yeah.
bit out to the left and bring it around, because he's got that natural arc.
Yeah. Is this on his non-preferred
This
side?
is on the wrong side for him, though, I think.
I tell you what would be good is if he kicked with the other foot. That'd give people...
Well, that would be beautiful to see.
no.
I think everyone
He's only got
would
1
like
from
to see
4. Now, Roy,
Yeah.
now that even so, do they need 3 converted
that. They need
tries?
3 converted tries
win.
without their main attacking weapon. The sexiest man in the league, who we don't think is going to come back.
No, we certainly hope not.
We don't think he may play like rugby league again.
No, it looked like a career-ending hit, but well within the limits of the law.
Oh, yeah, it was perfect.
Oh,
No,
he's
he's
missed it.
gone too
Oh, couldn't lean on it. Okay, 14-18-4 on the boot part 2.
You are saying goodbye yesterday. Hello tomorrow at the Festival of the Boot Part 2 here on Triple J.
Roy, can you see where he's going wrong as we watch the try and replay, you know, with the kicking? Is that I know you suggested adjusting the technique.
Oh, well, look, I think the seeds of doubt are in his head.
Yeah, seeds of
The
doubt.
problem is not with the technique. The
Yeah.
problem is his head.
His head. Oh, look, they're starting to lift now. You can see it in the storm. They're really starting to crank up now.
Everyone wants the ball now because they know they've just got... And everyone wants to run at the cream puff.
Yeah, at the puff.
At the puff,
Well, the
yeah.
puff's gone missing. Where's the puff there? It's the 10 and the 12 doing the hard work.
Yeah.
And we've got 18-4. We've got 55 minutes played.
Oh, straight through Beaver.
No.
Straight through Beaver.
No.
English.
Oh, no. Here's another try.
all the way,
Shot
all the
the
way.
gate. What a great try. Can he
All
step
the
away
way,
from
all
this?
the way. Yes, sirree.
Unbelievable try.
Oh,
As
rugby
good a try
league.
as you'd see in a grand final ever.
Rugby league, take a bow.
That was
That
amazing.
was beautiful rugby league. And who was the man who he went through? Beaver. How must Beaver feel?
Well,
You know, it was going to be a magic night for the Beaver. You know, he's had so much grand final experience, all of that.
Yeah, he's
you know,
4 or 5.
Yeah, he got the helmet on. Everyone loves him.
and the helmet came off. And now they're out there. Somebody's hurting here, though. Somebody's hurting here.
Someone's hurting bad.
The big forward, I want to say, let's see, I think it might be White.
It's White.
Yeah, White.
Yeah. Now let's
Let's
see.
have a look.
White does well here. Pushes through Beaver.
Yeah.
Beaver's just looks like Watmo, as a matter of fact.
Oh, his
And
knee's
there's
gone.
English,
His knee's
yeah.
gone. I'm pretty sure his knee's
Yeah.
gone. He won't come back tonight.
This is beautiful. Isn't he
This is
great in
fantastic.
flight?
Look at this.
Look at this.
Look at this. Look at this.
Just too
God.
fast. Too fast. Ran
And then
straight around. He had a great fin.
Open plenty of room
Great
there,
fin.
and he knows. Look
Yeah.
at that, fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and there was a
try.
lot
Leave
of
us-
rugby league left in
Oh,
that.
there's so much rugby league.
There was a lot of rugby league.
It wasn't easy to do, Roy.
No.
I mean, it looks so easy on the television.
Yeah.
But they're doing it as it happens.
Yes.
There's no replays, no CGI, no nothing like that.
No,
English.
No, English.
Waves to Molly Meldrum in the crowd.
And what a superstar this bloke is going to be.
Yeah, great try.
Well,
Easily as good as you
English,
said.
he's arrived, hasn't he? I mean, it
He's
wouldn't surprise
arrived.
me if he won the Sexiest Man in the League next year.
That good.
That good. Now, let's see where this bloke's
We'll
head is.
stay
I mean,
with this for the minute
This
here.
bloke's head. is-
It's a bowl of jelly, isn't it?
It is.
With a few currants in there. No,
well,
he's
yeah, that's right.
well, why aren't we looking at the kicker?
No, he's buggered up again. He just cannot get the radar working.
Oh, and so sadly, in the 56th minute, the score goes to 22-4. It's a long way back for the Sea Eagles.
This is The Boot, Part 2, live on Triple J.
I reckon he does the knee there in the tackle. The knee goes the wrong way to his foot. And look at this. This is great play. Just
There's a
leaves
lot of
his
league
foot.
left in this.
Oh, there's so much.
Look at
isn't
that.
there?
There's still
Yeah.
league left in it. He's got to
That's
put them all
brilliant.
down.
I
Check the
checked the grounding.
grounding.
Oh, I was worried about the grounding.
Yeah, I
there.
was too for a moment. And if you slowed that right down, I think maybe the grounding wasn't all that great. But anyway, it's a funny old game. Let's
That's
have a look
great.
at slow
That's
motion.
great, Finn. Just knocked the brother of the sexiest man in the league out of the road, I think.
Look.
Oh, there's a streaker on, is there?
Oh, streaker. Well, that's always
good.
fun.
Do you know what? I have a feeling it's the sexiest man in the league.
And what, he might have come out of the dressing room, forgotten where he was. That can happen.
When you get
He
having
might
like
have
these
thought he
guys.
was just at a nudist colony or something.
Would that be considered
You've got
defence?
two eyes, son. We
Yeah, have a
know,
look at it.
and we like them.
And we're underway again. Or is that looks like stunningly like, oh, they're lifting these players off the horizontal, the Manly. That's all they can think of doing. And guess who was in there? The Sponge Kiss. It comes now on. Oh, they twisted him one way. They're starting to wrestle.
They are.
So look at that. They're getting a beautiful leg up there, trying to force the...
Oh, they've turtled him, but he doesn't
Yeah,
mind.
Cameron Smith with
He
the ball.
is-
Here's
he is the
Crocker.
leader. He's
He's
Crocker.
the real. He's the heart and
He's
soul.
the hit man.
And Orford goes in late with a
Yes.
thump
What
to the
moment
groin.
is the kiss in there?
Yeah, the kiss
there's
is there.
the kiss.
The first layer of cake is the kiss. And now we've got Jeremy Smith back out there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're throwing all their troops in.
They are.
But they had to take a player
Well,
off.
give him
of
a bit
course.
of grand final experience.
Oh, yeah, true.
That'll
true.
be Bellamy's thinking.
Yeah. Oh, bad kick straight down
Ooh,
the throat
straight
of
down to
the
Robertson.
former sexiest man of the league, i.e.
Robertson.
Yeah, no, it's Robertson.
Oh,
now.
he picked off easily.
Oh, very good tackle
Easily
there,
by
but-
Quinn.
Quinn, Fat Tony Quinn, back it comes now. They've got to run it a long way up, and they've got a long way to get back into this.
Ooh,
They
there's
actually need,
still a lot of weight, a lot of hammer going into these Storm tackles.
in fact, 3 converted tries would only square the score, wouldn't it?
Would. It would.
long way
It doesn't
to go.
matter that Smith hasn't got his kicking boots on. Who cares?
No.
Let's score some more tries.
Back
Now,
comes-
where's the Sponge Kiss?
The Sponge Kiss.
Here he is,
Could that
here.
be-
Here he
the
is.
Kiss.
Oh,
he
good
got
one,
the ball
Kiss.
away. Well played, Kiss. Very edible
Beautiful.
Kiss. Oh, there he goes. He throws it back in his eye.
Ah, that
He
was
threw it out
part
from
of the
out.
Kiss's work. He set that up.
Yeah, that was pure Kiss.
Well done.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was a bit of fairy bread there from the Kiss. Have a look at this. I'm going to show us some replay. Oh, he went right down the abyss there and threw it out of bounds from out of bounds, if you know what I mean.
No, I do know what you mean. Yeah,
so
yeah. Great.
they'll-
I love seeing that. I love players teetering near the abyss.
Yeah, here he comes.
Here we go.
Mad-Eye.
Teetering.
Teetering.
Oh,
Oh, bloody hell, it's a big drop. And the ball goes out there.
Yeah.
Now we've got to restart here with a storm feed. Oh, so Guy hadn't been on yet. But
No.
he looks as though he might be coming on soon.
I'd love to
handling
see
the
him
ball.
come on now.
They've got one bench player they haven't used. At
Yeah.
least one bench player.
yeah, well, Gaia.
Yeah, Guy. Oh, he's the last bench player
Yeah.
they haven't. The other side used all theirs.
Oh, well, they had to with Stewart.
Oh, Stuart, the sexiest man, going off. Oh, he almost went for the date there, but he missed it. Cameron Smith now. Here's Jeremy Smith now. Smith to Smith. You don't often see that in rugby
you
league those days.
rarely ever see that, HG. But it's great when you do.
In very enjoyable, memorable
Yeah.
Hall of Fame moment.
Never forget that.
Comes now on to Cronk out wide.
Oh,
looking
too
for a runner.
easy, too
Oh,
easy,
Israel
too
Folau. He's
hard to put down.
Folau. Isn't that a run and a half?
That
there?
is great
That is
rugby
just
league.
fantastic. Back to Cameron Smith now. Cameron Smith away. Goes
Where's
to Cronk.
Slater?
Cronk,
Where's
Cronk.
Slater?
Here he comes, Jeremy Smith up the front there, and he's tackled about 5 metres out from the line. Could this be another try? I won't go.
They're
Crocker.
building. Cameron Smith, will he go to the
I can
left?
smell some points, Roy. I can
Okay,
smell
here's
some
Slater,
points.
the long
Slater out
ball.
wide. Oh, he goes
Oh,
in, dribble.
tapped
Oh, he's
through.
taken out. He's got to get back into the field of play. Can he? Yes, good play. Oh, no, they drag him back in, but still in the field of play.
Yeah.
I reckon the player was completely taken out
He
there.
was. It was shepherding, wasn't it? Obstruction.
Struck. Oh, they don't pay that
They don't
these
pay
days.
that
No,
anymore, no.
you don't do
Do
anything.
whatever you like.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's
rugby league.
gravity's rules.
Whatever these rules. Now, I thought that was a television show. Didn't realise it was sport. Back Jeremy Smith, and I think it might be one of the Crimea Award boys. Back to Monaghan. Monaghan hadn't had a great game tonight. On to Williamson. Williamson out wide, and might be with Orford, who's knocked over.
Stuart's brother.
Stuart's brother.
Yeah, the sick man's brother.
The Orford lookalike.
Yeah.
And now some of the backs are trying to get involved. There's the big...
there's
10
Beaver!
Beaver!
Go,
He's got the
Beav!
ball away. He's got the ball away, but they've taken her down easily. Fifth tackle.
Well, I tell you what, Beaver's dangerous when he's got the ball in hand.
He certainly is.
Yeah.
And the headgear on. He's had to kick that. He's
this
went
is a
on the
banana
outside.
kick. Is that
Went
what
on
he
the
meant to do?
outside. I tried to...
Oh, Slater, here we go. Oh, look at
Slater's
this.
got round one. He
Straight
passes.
round the kiss.
Oh, he goes... Oh, the kiss. But it wasn't a great pass, really, in the end.
No.
The number 2 there didn't help him out. Turner, Titan Turner. Whoa, bum on. Craig Young style. 4 or 5 into the tackle, including Ding Dong Bell, Matt Orford, and obviously Maddie.
Yeah.
Wire comes now. They're just so strong.
Oh,
and
they're
hit
relentless, aren't they?
straight
They're
over the top.
relentless.
This guy's amazing. He's been doing it all night.
He
Now,
has.
3 knees works paid
Yeah,
off.
Newton, yeah.
Look at that. He's off on one side. Might be Cameron Smith there with the ball. He plays the ball. Who's this? Crocker on dummy half. Goes one way, then the other
There's
way.
Crocker. He's the
back the
natural
other.
leader,
look
isn't
at
he?
that.
He's a
Look at
leader.
that. Oh, they got to pull his head off. Oh,
I'll tell you what, he wouldn't mind. And it wouldn't affect his rugby league either.
Oh,
He's
look,
English,
English,
the up and
another
under.
huge
Who wants
towering
it, boys?
top. Here they come. This is where they kill him. Crocker up there again. No, not Crocker. Wow, what is he trying to do?
Why
One-on-one
wasn't Crocker
strip.
there? It was Hoffman. You need Crocker there.
Williamson now with the
Put
ball
the
right
fear
at
in
the
him.
back. They're letting them have the ball where they want them to.
Yes,
i.e.
Jess
their
has
half.
to look alike.
Yes, he gets up and plays the ball back. I think might be the Beaver bending over and plucking something from the data.
What are you doing there, Beav?
They're trying to get the ball on. They're trying to get his headgear and the ball. Oh, Williamson's in
He's
trouble.
hurt. He's hurt.
Where's Tooby when you need him? Away comes...
Is he registered? Could he play?
I
Ben
think two-
Kennedy? Ben Kennedy.
Oh, Ben Kennedy be there. He could come on. Now, the 20 for Manly, Afamasanga.
Yeah, well, he
Back
should have
on.
been brought on earlier.
Oh,
for
yeah,
mine.
no,
To give him a bit of go for it, I'd have taken the kiss off. I mean, he's funny to watch, but...
Yeah, here's Lyon. Lyon's got a big run now. He's got no support by the looks.
Oh, yes, he has.
He's got some support
Oh,
here.
too
He's the
easy.
5,
Good try.
Oh, very good try.
Good try. And who's there? Crocker.
Crocker, a tiring try to the number 5. It's
Yeah.
Chris Hicks who's been unsighted really all
Yes,
night.
he has.
Chris Hicks
but
over on the right-hand side. Brings him back slightly into it. 22-8.
with a kick to come. And it was...
This try is brought to you by former Panther Craig Gower, now in France enjoying his chocolate eclairs and cafe au lait.
Big break by Lyon. Gets it right down, and then he stops almost.
And gets
Chris
a great
Hicks-
pass away there. That was the
Oh,
pass that
yeah. And
fooled
Slater,
everyone.
Slater went to the wrong player.
Yeah.
They thought he would take the tackle, I see.
Yeah, and look, Crocker leading there with the elbows, which is always a good look.
Right onto the hip.
Yeah.
But it's a difficult kick. I'm not sure who's kicking. Matty Orford. What's he done tonight? None from none?
None from none. None from none. Yeah, and I think he's
None
had a
from
bit of a
one.
leg injury, so it might affect his kicking.
Far out
Then
on
again,
the
there are
right-hand
fluky wins here at Stadium Australia HG that do, a lot of players had difficulty mastering kicking here.
Well, I tell you what, Cameron Smith is completely
Well,
kicking
he's done
game
his heading.
gone.
He's done his heading.
Hey,
Yeah, he's done his heading.
Dave.
completely. Yeah.
he's gibbering, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's just
gibbering
dribbling,
up
just
there.
dribbling. Whenever you say the word kick to him, he dribbles.
Would you say that...
No, he's missed that.
Has he missed that?
Yeah.
Waved away. Oh,
This
well,
could be one of the few grand finals we've seen without a kick going out.
Well, we got
we did see
one
one, didn't we?
early on, yeah.
Does that
So-
count? I suppose it does. Suppose you've got to count it. He'll be there registered in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, now Williamson's hurt there.
No, he's gone. He's gone. He'll be off.
She's
the field.
gone.
Yeah.
Here's a
Look at this
rerun.
line run again.
Line, pig and line.
Yeah.
See, what worries me is they more or less play him as a centre.
Yeah. Well, that's what he was originally with Parramatta.
Yeah, but shouldn't he be more or less played as a half? Oh, not that I'm complaining about them getting a try or anything like that. They can do whatever they
Well, no,
like.
he's got the build and the pace of a centre. I thought it was a mistake actually to play him at 5'8".
Oh, yeah.
5'8" is generally an extra forward.
That's what I mean. He doesn't play there. He plays. It's like as though they're playing with 3 centres, 2 on the right hand
Yeah.
side and 1 on the left hand side. Back it comes now to Manly after the restart, but the Melbourne boys are still going in. They'll be disappointed with that. We've got 16 minutes to play if I read the clock correctly.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
Away it comes, cut out pass there, missed, and it's on to the
It's on the brother of the sick
brother,
man, yeah.
the sick man's the non-walking brother. In the rooms, there's Lyon.
Here's
again.
Beaver. He's always dangerous out there, Beaver. With the ball
Oh,
in
no,
hand.
and that great sight of that rear in the air that's been played now 344 games. Up it goes there. Orford might have got the kick away.
He did. Now
He's-
where's Slater? No, not taken by Slater this time.
It's
Slater
taken
might
by-
get it, though.
Yeah, by the other lad, the Titan.
Yeah, Turner, I think.
Turner. But he'll get it on the restart here. They push him back. They hold him there. They all fall over. That's attractive.
That is good. And good
I
to see
know.
the puff in it.
The
Good
puff,
on you, Sponge Kiss.
the first layer of cake. The buff. Again, they lift him over the horizontal.
They do.
I thought that was outlawed years
hang
ago.
on, and then they concede a penalty.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know what
Fiddling
it's
with the ball. I mean, the players just got to understand that that's not legal anymore. Never was.
No, it never was.
I said to a lot of them, it never was.
Kite's had a shocker, hadn't he?
Yeah, Kite. Yeah, ordinary. White, ordinary.
And they put the tap on for that lad, but I'm not sure that that's a swap. Is it possible?
Yeah,
swap?
I'm not sure, actually. What
They'd
they've
have to
done
reshuffle the pack.
They would. But we've often seen Slater playing at lock, you know that.
That's true. Oh, that's true. So
Yeah.
maybe that's how they've done it. Here's Lima again,
although Slater,
charging up.
Yeah, maybe he's up in attack and falls back to traditional fullback in defence.
Right. Could this one? You couldn't go down to the wire now. Could
Oh,
it?
I don't think he's going to. Oh, no,
No,
there's
here's
wire
Jeremy
involved
Smith.
here.
No wire involved. No S-bend.
No. I wouldn't put the wire up. No need. No need. Here's Smith, and hasn't the crowd gone silent?
Oh, it's incredible. They've taken him right out of the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people came tonight supporting Manly for the very first time.
I know.
Do you think they'll
And now
come
they're
back for more?
regretting it.
I know. Do you think they'll come back for more?
No.
Here they go.
Here's
Slater
Slater.
pass to Cameron Smith. Oh, Cameron Smith's almost through. Oh, he's standing in a tackle. He gets it
still
away.
standing.
Croker.
He's the leader.
Croker.
The leader.
Oh, he's standing there having his
And
due.
of course, he's been cuddled by the sponge kiss.
Back it comes now to Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith away. He's got Cronk standing still for him onto one of the runners.
Inglis.
Oh, he's got it out. Oh,
he
dropped
he's
that
butchered it.
goal. He's
Butchered
butchered
that.
Try. Oh, Bellamy's up. Stone Cold Bellamy's shouting at somebody.
He's
It must be
swearing
us.
too. A couple of F words there.
Oh,
no need. It's a family show.
And it's Marcel Marceau. We can all lip read.
Yeah, we can.
In this week that we've lost
Yeah.
both Frank Hyde and Marcel
This was
Marceau.
butchered, this try.
Oh,
Absolutely
knock on. But
butchered.
they
I know
moved-
Beaver was there, but he was going to get around Beav.
Oh, he's going to get on the inside of Beaver. I would have thought. Now, what the great thing is,
wrong-footed Beav.
the great thing is, of course, is that they got the ball where Manly don't want it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's the only advantage of this
That's
move.
the only silver lining to come out of this grey
Play.
cloud.
And they're broken from the scrum and away it comes now. Kite might be with the one with the ball. No, it's not.
It's
Pig
Jamie
and
Lyon.
Pig and Line, the Kite lookalike. From behind.
Yeah.
Back it comes now.
Now,
Up
let's
they
see
come.
if the
Up-
Kiss can
up-
get involved.
up
These are where the
summit.
hard yards are, Kiss.
Firma
Where are you,
Sanga.
man?
Where is the Kiss?
Here he is.
Oh, the Kiss.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Beautiful
Well,
foundation.
maybe 8 metres? 8 metres?
Yeah, it's a beautiful run. Beautiful run.
Yeah.
And now they're sort of lifting a bit they decide to get the ball away onto Monahan. Monahan turfs it right
this
out
is desperate.
wide.
This is desperate.
Oh,
Lions here. Where's Beaver? He's normally hanging around out there.
Yeah, they've got so many centres this side. They should have a few more.
Here's
you know.
Beaver. No, where's
No, it's not
Beaver?
Beaver. It's the other bloke.
Here's Beav.
Here's the beef running onto something.
God, didn't know what to do, did you, Beav? Shaped the pass, decided to get...
Monahan decides to kick over to Orford.
Oh,
Orford
they're going
gets-
downtown.
Yeah, they're downtown route one. Back it comes to Slater.
Well, you would kick it to Slater, wouldn't you?
Yeah, without
He's
making a
gonna
mark.
run at the
Oh,
Kiss.
no. He just gave it
Yeah,
away.
he
really.
ran at the Kiss, and the Kiss dropped off, as you would expect.
And here's tap two coming on. He's coming on for the 10. Oh, that can't be right. He can't come on for Brent Kite. Well, I don't know. It's just...
Well, the
it's-
big question that's going to be
going-
asked here when the Royal Commission sits, his terms of reference should include why was Watmail left on there after the 3rd minute? You'd have to, wouldn't you?
You're right, that's your
That's your
terms of
terms of
reference.
reference.
Sadly, I don't know the answer to that question. Look at this. This is a guy going forward with everybody on him, and it's Fat Tony Quinn, the try scorer.
Yeah.
Back it comes. Here's the tap two. He's out there, tap two. Oh, straight
And
through.
running
Look at
it
that.
wide.
Oh, just like his brother.
Yeah.
Tap one. Tap two plays the ball
It's
back.
a more compact version.
Oh,
isn't
he
it?
is a much more compact version. He just kicked it straight out.
Kicked it. No. Kicked into touch. Took the line. Settling it down. Calm down.
Cronk telling him.
Cronk.
Telling him what to do.
Cronk.
And the,
Shouting out,
80,000.
Cronk.
81,392 people.
Well, that's disappointing, isn't
I know.
it?
All but 92 Manly supporters.
Yeah, that's right.
And I reckon a wave will go round soon here. I don't know if they banned the wave, but I know they're trying to get the wave to go. Yeah, thanks very much. Great to see you. Oh, it's tremendous. Yeah. Yeah, see you afterwards. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Let's have a beer. Now, obviously.
Well, I think the crowd's having a moment's silence now for Frank Hyde, actually. Which I think is a nice touch.
Can I tell you, the moment's silence seems to have gone on for an awful long time. We're
Well, he
having
was
an
a-
hour of
well,
silence
he
for
was a
Frank
lovely
Hyde.
bloke.
He
He was
was.
a
And
lovely man.
bloke, that's true. A lovely man. Oh, Danny boy,
Yeah.
the pipes they call.
And I tell you what, he'd have a smile on his face.
Oh, he'd be loving this.
Loving his rugby league tonight.
Oh,
that's
no,
for
it's
sure.
fantastic. Score if you've just joined us coming in from, I don't know, driving from Hay Plain, 22-8, Melbourne. in
Oh,
front.
that's a
Here's a
forward
chance.
pass.
Here we go. Ding
Forward
dong bell.
pass.
Ding dong bell being carried. He's tossed up the ball. He's turnover.
Turnover, yeah. I thought that pass was forward, but anyway, The referee didn't, and really.
And Cronk tidies up onto Cameron Smith.
Yep.
Away it goes to, looks like tap two. Hey!
Tap two.
Look who's on the top.
Yeah.
Look at the sponges on the
Oh,
top.
he's giving him a kiss.
Yes, that's right. Oh, that was beautiful work there. Away it comes to the Lima the tough nut. Oh, this is good play here. And look at, is that tap two getting across just like his brother?
Yeah, just like his brother, yeah.
Oh, they lost the
no.
ball again. It's not Watmo picking it up,
It's
is
the
it?
brother
No,
of the sick man.
Oh, the brother of the sick man, Cameron Smith. Oh, they're getting ragged now as everybody's getting a bit
Yeah, I
tired.
suppose they would be.
Away
Where's
comes,
Watmo?
we've got to
Where's
get
Watmo?
Oh,
No, went
knock
backwards, though. I
on.
don't think it's a knock-on, is it? He's not that cruel, is he?
I
He's
don't
not
know.
that cruel. He is. He's a cruel man. He's a cruel man. Likeable, but cruel.
Yeah, cruel, very cruel.
Yeah,
but can I say cruel to be kind?
Oh, yeah, but like.
I mean, I suppose
they've got to learn.
They do. They've got to learn.
Yeah,
Now, let's have a look
this was
here.
just pathetic, really.
They get the ball back in a
They
good
get the ball
position.
back, and then
There's the knock on
it was
there.
a cut-out pass.
Yeah, but that lad there, Matai, shouldn't have touched it.
Shouldn't have touched it. No.
Oh, yeah. Read about it in the
Beautiful
paper.
look,
Roy
yeah.
Masters will be writing a think piece about handling for the Sydney Morning Herald
Yeah.
website tomorrow.
Yep.
Have a look at it. It'll be instruct but dull. And so now Tony Archer plays on, time on.
He's had a good game, Archer, really.
Oh,
hasn't he? I think
wonderful
we've only
game.
spotted about 30 mistakes, haven't we? So, all in all, not bad.
Would there be a RC into his performance tonight?
I wouldn't have thought so. I think the RC only comes in, with 80 mistakes.
Right, Ken running the ball up there. Oh, he's got his feel here.
Yeah.
He's not a full-time referee.
No,
That's
he's a
the-
part-time police prosecutor.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He often asks hard questions of
He
Royal
does.
Commissions.
Where were you?
On the night of
of.
the Rugby League Grand Final, when the sexiest man in the league was killed. Back it comes to Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith away to Cronk. Cronk gets it up.
Oh,
almost
this is a
taken
good
out.
kick. This is a dangerous kick.
Oh, here's trouble.
God, he did
now.
well staying in.
And he did well staying conscious.
He did well staying alive.
That's right. Back it comes now to the.
Oh,
no,
here he
here he
is.
is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is. The jam in the middle this time.
Oh, and he laid an egg.
Oh,
One more again.
Oh, here he is
Look at
again.
that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, a double
No,
kiss.
now the passion fruit icing. He's everything, that bloke, isn't he? In a pastry shop, he's the lot. Oh, great ball away there, but I don't know what happened there. Did he get rid of it?
I don't think he got it away. No,
Oh,
he
that's
decided
Bryant.
to keep it, and I think someone
No,
might have
he's
been hurt.
ruled a knock on.
Oh, a little knock on that we didn't see. Fair enough. Fair enough. And is this Cameron Smith, HG?
No, Cameron Smith hunched over, the doctor, playing the doctor.
Oh, no, it's not Clint Newton, is it? I mean,
Let's have a look what happens here. He comes in there. It is Newton.
oh, hit
Jesus,
the head.
off his own player.
Oh, that can
Well, let's see him go out now.
Oh, he's been headbutted. He's been headbutted cold there.
Oh, by the
By a
hip.
hip. He's been hipped.
The hipped.
It's not a headbutt. He's been hipped.
Yeah,
And that can happen with rugby league. I mean, it is a rough and tumble sort of game. People forget that, but it is rough and tumble.
it
And
is
every
rough
now and
and
again, your head is going to collide with a,
a
with
mobile
a hip,
hip. And it
and
can
you're going to
hurt.
end up with a head sort of like that.
I tell you what, if they win, he'll forget all about it, won't he?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd forget
But
after
when he looks in
I
the
tell you
mirror-
what, after your 15th beer, you're not going to be worried about your head.
You're not. And when he looks in the mirror tomorrow, he'll think,
Oh, sexiest man in the league next
oh,
year.
not bad. He'll say, thank goodness I played rugby league.
Yeah.
Back to Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith running from dummy half. On to, let's see, the crocodile.
It's the leader, the natural leader, the go-to man.
Oh, he flipped it
he
back.
yanked it,
Back
he
to Cameron
yanked
Smith. He heard the call.
Oh,
Here they
yes.
come on. They can hurt you from here, Roy.
And who saved it? Beaver.
Back it comes now. They're on the run now. They've got players out wide
Oh,
straight
too easy.
through.
Too
Straight
easy.
through.
Newton
The
now.
bloke
He's
was-
forgotten about his head now,
Oh,
HG.
yes, he's there. He's got a try.
To the head 2 minutes ago. Hero scoring a try now. That's rugby league.
That's what he needed.
That's
a hit to
rugby
the head.
league. And if we look at this, we'll see it was just a simple case of numbers, taking it out wide. Beautiful big hit up, half a bust, but it was the egg laid by the natural leader.
It was. That was
Wasn't it?
fantastic. And they're
That's
trying to
what
get the
was
crowd
fantastic.
involved. And there's Jack, the old man.
Ah, Jack.
Come on, put your hand in
Yeah,
there.
beer to you too, Jack.
The first of 50 beers.
Yeah, now let's look at this.
Let's
of
have a
course,
look.
they've cut out the really interesting bit.
There it goes. On to Newton. Straight
Yeah.
through. Pity it
Yeah.
wasn't the kiss over there. It was the number 12, I think he went through.
Well,
Glenn
who's
Stewart.
modelled his game on the kiss, I'm telling you.
Tell you, that's right. This is
Yeah,
embarrassment
that was
now.
that was the moment back there.
I must confess, it did concern me at the start of the night. She might blow, and
Yeah.
it has.
Yeah, Newton,
that's
look at
fantastic.
that. That
Look,
is
that's
great.
fantastic.
That
And
is-
the grounding, did the grounding worry you?
No, the grounding was perfect. The grounding was just beautiful.
That's
Look, can I
fantastic.
say it was pretty grounding?
It was, and he had players on the outside.
Yeah,
of
he had players all over the park.
Yeah, it was
He
fantastic.
could have given
Yes.
them two.
Bellamy's 20.
No, that was Crocker's try.
It was certainly.
It was
he
the
was
egg
the
he
one,
laid.
and the one he flicked out the back end.
That's the one,
Oh,
yeah.
no, that was fantastic.
Yeah, and Cameron Smith picked it up, and then the game went on.
Right. And look, that hip has improved his looks no end. I reckon
I
I,
know.
could vote for him.
Yeah, I'd vote for him.
Up until now, I had thought no.
I know you
maybe
had.
it'd
I
be a
know
bridge
there were
too
doubts.
far.
I know.
But
But that hip to the head, that's just lifted him. Well, he's
Right
just
into
put
it.
him in a
Look at the
rugby
grin.
league frame of mind.
indeed, and he's got not a bad kick here. I bet you he misses this though.
There'll be ironic cheers if he does get
yeah,
it.
Looks to have. Oh yeah, they're
Oh,
clowning around.
ever the joker.
Yeah, they're clowning around now.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Yep.
He
waddled it
right through the middle. 28-8 in the 73rd minute of the boot part 2.
You are saying goodbye yesterday. Hello tomorrow at the Festival of the Boot Part 2 here on Triple J.
Yes, it's just been pointed out to me as we watch this kick and replay. The numbers the bench players carry are the number of the interchange, not the player they're coming on for.
Yeah,
so
well,
they're up to about 11
it's not
interchanges.
unlimited.
No, I think it's 12 or something like that. Yeah, 12. Yeah, 12. So they're almost down to the last lot as we get the restart now. We've got 6 minutes to play in the boot part 2. She's starting to fizzle out a bit now as a spectacle.
Well, as
though.
it would, because it was such a hard
Jeremy
match.
Smith, that's fantastic.
Right.
He's great. Now the 20's on there, Afa Masanga.
Well, now, because the players are thinking now, well, I don't want to get damaged because I want to have a few beers tonight and I want to enjoy them. And I don't want to enjoy them with a busted head or a broken leg.
No, and I've got to remember next year I've got to play rugby league and go in the Sexes Men
Yes,
Rugby
of
League
course.
competition. Here's the try scorer
Yeah.
with the ball again. Oh,
I'm
he's got-
surprised more people aren't running at the puff because he's certainly not going to hurt you tonight.
He's the tap too with the ball. I haven't look. I've got to say is the puff. I mean, he was there okay for a while as
Yeah.
they run onto it again. The Melbourne Storm, Bryant holding him up there, the butterball.
Yeah.
Bryant, who's modelled his game on
Yeah.
everything that the Sponge Kiss has taught him.
Yeah.
A kick early in the tackle counts, turned him around and got him going backwards. They're worried about the fullback now without the
This is
sexiest man in the league.
Yeah,
there.
all taken high.
Lord.
Oh, lordy, it's a tough game, isn't it?
It is certainly a tough game, and the heads show it, don't they,
Yeah.
Roy?
And
he's
you know,
kicked
I've got a feeling that Melbourne will even be better next year as a team.
Is that right?
I think they'll be better next year.
Don't they
yeah.
lose a few players?
Oh, I think so, but you know, they're picking up some great players down in Melbourne.
Oh, Melbourne is
kids,
falling over the
Melbourne
spell.
kids are
Oh, I
falling
know,
over the
full
spell of
spell.
rugby league. I
Look,
mean, it's now
Bellamy's
the
come
rugby
down.
league capital of the world.
That's true. They've unearthed all these players in
Yep,
Melbourne.
Yep, these are all locals.
Oh, he stripped it
I
and
stripped
taken
the
it.
line.
Turned everything now in the ground final.
Oh,
Melbourne in again under the black dot, and that's the 5-4 Storm.
look
That's
at
Fat Tony Quinn double try scorer tonight in the boot part 2.
Well,
Wow.
we're seeing an exhibition now, aren't we? I
A
mean,
clinic,
line, an experienced player should know that you've got to hang on to the ball in a one-on-one. I mean, it was just a strip, a one-on-one strip. Let's
It's,
have a look. Let's see if there were two involved in the tackle, actually. That'll be my only...
here we go here.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be my only doubt here. Let's see. Line,
Line just
wrestling.
hopeless. No,
And-
where's the other player? Where's the other player? Line.
There was no other
It
player.
was
I mean, I don't know why we're looking at this. This was perfect rugby league.
Now let's have a look at the grounding, though.
Yeah, oh, well,
Okay.
sure, yeah.
Look at the grounding. Oh, well, there's doubts.
Put doubts in my mind. Now I've listened in slow motion. You can't. You couldn't say that's all right, could you?
I don't think so. The score's blown out to
Yeah.
32-8.
I tell you what, Bellamy's a funny man.
Yeah, he's taking the glasses
Yeah.
off now. He's really emotional down
Yeah.
here on the try line, just alongside the card table we're calling from.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you get a word with him in a minute or two.
He is.
And
Good on you, Craig. Well done, mate.
yeah, and you get a response. There's
Yeah.
the try. He went upstairs, but Harrigan gave it to him, and they're starting to really celebrate now. 77 minutes have gone.
Yeah.
Look, this has been a bit of an embarrassment, but the score 32-8.
This try brought to you by the Manly Sea Eagles, the attractive face of bowel cancer across Australia.
And so the doubts that were sown last year when the Melbourne lost to the Broncos have now been all planted, and they've all
Yeah.
come back and they've grown up roses here.
Yep.
And it's been a wonderful exhibition of rugby league tonight.
Now, can he get this wobbler over, HG?
Oh, Lord, I'm counting it over.
You're counting it over?
I'm counting it over,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So there it is, a straight
Easy.
between the Black Ducks. So that's 34-8 converted. So he's found his radar and he's coming back home with a wet sail.
Yep.
It's the 77th minute and they're celebrating on the sideline here.
And 34-8, you've got to say flat as Manly, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I could see it blow as far as 50-8.
Yeah, I thought it might have been 50-4.
54. Here's Des Hasler. Has he got a plan B there? Oh, he's going to put the headphones
Look, I
on?
think they tried B, they tried C, they tried D, but a lot of players didn't turn up. Look, see, I think a lot of players had played the game in their minds last night and didn't turn up. You know, Watmo, for example.
He played the game.
He was missing today, wasn't he?
He was.
I don't mind the new style. I mean, it's funny, but it's not terribly effective.
No, and Newton's having a better game since he got hit in the head with the
Oh,
hip.
much better. I've often said a hip in the head is the best thing that happens to a player.
A really solid hip in the head. So now this
I mean, you can't be half-baked about it. It's got to be a
White
full
with the
on.
ball there. Ray comes there after more tries. I can smell another try.
I
here.
can smell another try. I'd love Crocker to get another try.
There's the third, Cameron Smith. I mean,
He's
it's
their
been
natural leader,
it's
Crocker.
an absolute try-fest here tonight at the big part
Well,
two.
you having said that, I'm not absolutely convinced that Crocker's still out there.
No, he may not be. Back it up against Cameron Smith at dummy half away. Goes
Oh,
yes,
easy
yes,
yards,
yes,
yeah.
he went on the far side then. Back it comes now to Dallas Johnson. Dallas Johnson at the half. I think there's a chance they could be.
hang on, Slater.
No,
was he onside?
Slater. He gets the ball away to King.
was
They
that
knocked
an
it back.
on?
Here we go. He's kicking his mind.
they're toying with him now.
No. This is a...
Great fun, though, and an elbow in the face.
Yeah,
To go
went
on
on
with.
with
So it had it all. All the great
And something
elements of
did-
rugby league. Eh?
And something at the end there.
Uncertainty and an elbow to the head. That's the game, isn't it?
It's the game. Never forget. Oh, now Watmo's a dummy half.
Oh, well, that'd be
Puff's
right.
coming a dummy
That's
half.
his go.
It's his go, Watmo's go. And Beeve now knocked over in probably his final game, would it be?
Oh, no, he's
Or-
back next year.
Oh, Lord, is he?
Oh, yeah. Can't keep Beaver away from rugby league. God almighty, no. I bet they'll carry him away from rugby league in a box, I'm telling you.
He just wishes he was the sexiest man in league who got hit before, because then he might have got his chance. Look at that beautiful
Oh, isn't that
that's
lovely?
rugby
I mean-
league. And a bit of a plumber's smile to go on with it.
I know.
That's fantastic. That's what I love about Jared Haynes' work at the Parramatta Eels. He's always showing the plumber's smile. It's
Yeah.
just fantastic. That loose
And you
is
never
short.
tire of it, do
No,
you?
that loose is short they have at Parramatta. And who's this, the tap two with the ball? No, is it? I can't quite see.
No,
Who's
I don't
underneath
think
all
so.
of that?
I think that might have been Quinn, wasn't it?
No, tap two. He's exhausted already, the tap two. Here's
really
Crocker.
good.
He's
Oh,
out
man.
there, matey.
Oh, good on you, Crocker.
The real leader.
natural
And
leader.
look who's there. It's the Puff.
Oh, the puff. Oh, hey.
Found a new
Hey,
current.
Puff, love your work.
He's found a new current in the cake. And, oh, big dummy there. He's gone straight through. Look at that. They can't hold him. Cameron Smith at the end. He got it back to Crocker.
magic
Oh,
pass back
that
to
is
Crocker.
fantastic play. Oh, it's all razzle-dazzle. It's a bit of the late fantastic here.
Oh,
in the
no,
boot.
a silly
Oh.
kick. Poorly communicated.
There's the hooter. So they're out of their misery. The champagne corks are unpopped. Let's take this short break and come back and wrap up the boot part two. The win to the Melbourne Storm.
This is the Festival of the Boot, celebrating 150 years of AFL football here on Triple J.
Yes, and so the second half, the score at half-time was 10-4 with maybe a chance that Manly was sneaking back into it, but I've got to be honest, I thought that the half-time score flattered Manly with 4 points in the... We started off the second half with a Cameron Smith penalty, which was missed. The radar was not working for the Melbourne Storm kicker. Then Crocker went over, 14-4. The second poster of the night was a misconversion. King strolls through in the 55th minute, not converted, 18-4. Then Inglis has a go, gets over the line, 22-4. Then everybody's queuing up for it, and Chris Hicks makes it 22-8. Chris Hicks for Manly. Orford missed that one. Then Newton, who'd just taken an almighty hit to the head, strolls in, 26-8, converted this time, 28-8. Fat Tony Quinn got 2 tries in the night, 32-8, converted 34-8. Roy, it was a great game of rugby league with many, many highlights. One of the highlights was how pathetic Manly were.
They were, weren't they? And you've got to say, did they miss anything with Stewart off the field after that punishing crunch tackle from the natural leader of the Storm? And I don't think so. I don't think they lacked anything by his leading the field at all. I just think they were totally outclassed. They came without much of a plan and without much heart. And if they were relying on, the cream horn to stiffen up their both attack or defence, it was...
Sadly, a misplaced
It was a misplaced belief. Exactly. But look, it was an attractive spectacle. I think families would have enjoyed it tonight, and a lot of parents would be thinking, well, rugby league, that could be the one for our kids. And that's got to be the big message that comes out of a spectacle like this, actually. That's what you want the message filtering through. Sure, Hall of Fame, great, 10 million, Bit ordinary.
Yeah.
We would have thought 1 billion minimum would have been a reasonable contribution to a serious Hall of Fame. But that having been said, you've got to hope that in the end, at the end of the day, you're going to get a lot of kids queuing up saying, well, hang on, rugby league, that's for me.
Well, I've got to say, if they show that wonderful hit on the sexiest man in league over and over again, that's going to pull them.
I know. And this win for the Storm, it's the second win the Storm have had in the short career of the team's existence. But you've got to say that Melbourne has fallen under the spell of this great little code.
Well, he looked through the players for the Storm. Billy Slater had an absolute blinder.
Yeah.
Matt King was just everywhere. Steve Turner, not probably as good as he could, but he was there and tied it up. Israel Folau got better as the game went on. Fat Tony Quinn, 2 tries. Greg Inglis, a wonderful game. Cooper Cronk held them together when they needed him. Benny Crosswell, he was just charging up all night. Cameron Smith, great captain's knock. Brett White there. Clint Newton got a try and was really good. Hoffman went out of the game after he got hammered in the head. Dallas Johnson played his heart out, and the bench players, Smith, Crocker and Lima were just fantastic.
Well, Crocker was my man of the match.
With the try. He came on late, but he had a great game, and Mac Dyer just, did what he needed to.
Yeah,
when you come to look at the Manly side, there's only one name that says it all, Watmo. The Sponge Kiss. I mean, the
horn.
The horn, the cream horn.
The puff.
The puff.
And all the sobriquets tonight.
That kid's in the fucking Lamington with cream. He was it. You couldn't do any better than the puff, as we see Cameron Smith on screen now. I mean, they did have some good players, but largely their players were ineffectual. Like Monaghan and Orford just made mistakes all night.
Well, when you've got one big passenger, when your passenger's a pillar, you're in trouble.
When the pillow's a puff, you're really in trouble. So there it is, Footy Lovers, the Festival of the Boot Part 2, the 2007 Rugby League Grand Final. Crack, boxed and buried. The winners of the JJ Gilton Shield in 2007, the Melbourne Storm. The tune, third. Congratulations, Captain Snookerfly Smith. Congratulations, Super Coach Stone Cold Craig Bellamy. Couldn't have turned out any other way. As we sign off from the Grand Old Girl Telstra Stadium, can I thank on behalf of a grateful nation, Scotty Dooley on the buttons and boards, King Wally Otto in the soundproof booth, Deus Dare Jennings on the red hot scoreboard action, Nina Axarian for the devil in the detail of the sound and the production art, and finally my colleague in league, Triple J's Turkish Connection, a very big thank you for the last 20 years of sitting behind the card table, and that is to rampaging Roy Slaven. We take this opportunity to remind all listeners that This Sporting Life returns to the airwaves on Sunday at 2 p.m. Why not join us then? And we leave you from the Boot Part 2 at the Grand Old Girl saying thanks for being with us, and we sign off as always with the simple reminder that Triple J is spot by now.
So there it is, football lovers. Another grand final and a festival of the boot prong put down forever in the history book of this great game. While you enjoy your Mad Monday, pause to consider the great sponsors that made this year's boot possible. Our 2007 gold sponsors are Frosty LaHood Motors, Lakemba, Unicef, Fuzzy Fruits for Kids, and Herman's Hermits. Our silver sponsors, Babcock and Brown, Gumleaf Technologies, and Frosty LaHood Motors, Lakemba. Our bronze sponsors, BHP Billiton, the Family First Party of Australia, the Rugby League Party of Australia, the Alan Jones Scouts for God Daycare Centres, bless you Alan, the A-League, the Hot Rod Hotline, and Frosty LaHood Motors Lakemba. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, Australians. God bless. Godspeed. Until next year, Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Bye now.